Wild stories you've not heard before. Echoes through the air, they roar. Unleash the beast, let your spirit soar. Fists in the air, the crowds ablaze. Moments that seal the mundane taste. No fear, no hold in this maze. Reach the peak of these wild days. It lives, Friday night lives. You die, but Friday night lives. Hosted by DEADPIT Radio. Stuntman Marky Rambo Rap. Crowds ablaze, moments that steal the mundane taste. No fear, no hold in this maze. Reach the peak of these wild days. It lives, Friday night lives. You die, but Friday night lives. Hosted by DEADPIT Radio. Stuntman Marky Rambo Rap.
So what a wild experience, man. So, okay. Like I do every time we ever done a commentary, I came in here, about 30 minutes beforehand, before the show started. And I was just like, I'll just go on Amazon and I'll just buy the movie. I got my television like right in front of me here. And I was like, I'll just go on Amazon and buy the movie. That movie does not exist on Amazon. Then I was like, okay, like it'll probably be on Tubi or another one of those streaming services. That movie does not exist apparently on any streaming service. So then it was like, all right, well, let's see if like we can stream it from like the Internet Archive, just like, and I can mirror it to my TV or something, Well, the fucking version that they have up on the internet is like a really bad VHS. I was like, you know what? And so after we were talking about it for about 15 minutes, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'll just buy the fucking thing. Like, and I'll buy, Strange Days too. And I'll just watch it. We'll watch it like that. But man, I defy you to go find that movie. Like in any version other than like an illegal stream that is just
Dude, Dice Man got banned over again. It's like MTV over again. He'd get banned yet again.
Mark was bringing this up and he was like, Fox is owned by Disney now. And I was like, there's no way that movie's on Disney Plus. Like there's just no way.
It's either that or Hulu, one of the two.
Yeah, and it's not on Disney Plus. It's not on Amazon. It's not on Tubi. It's not on any of them that I know. It might be on Hulu. We didn't check Hulu. I doubt it for some reason. I just highly doubt it. But anyway, we're here tonight, and I guess we'll just fucking bullshit around, answer questions, talk about some stuff that's happened, and then we are going to do that commentary and the Strange Days commentary. I swear to God, it's going to happen. But I'm going to have to like order those.
Well, before we start, I could ask, what did either you get for Christmas? Did you get any movies?
I would love to know what Mark got for Christmas. Probably like a German hooker.
That would have been awesome. I honestly, I didn't really get.
Was she shipped in the box?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I always get VS stuff, and my girlfriend thought like, "Hey, that'd be a cool idea. Let me get him something from VS." And Christmas comes, and there wasn't anything here. And I'm like, "What did you buy?" She's like, "Well, I bought you something from Vinegar Syndrome." I'm like, "You should have told me because you're not going to get it. Like, it's not going to come until like, next year sometime." So I don't know what she got, but she said apparently it was something from Vinegar Syndrome. So I didn't really get anything. yet.
Yeah, vinegar syndrome or anything like that is, you're not going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I got, I know Rambo's going to love this. I got the Midsummer like collector set thing, the one that's like
Nice.
that showed up at Walmart like 40 or $50 or whatever. I got
Okay.
that one. Oh my God, dude, I forgot. I got, this was amazing because I was not expecting this whatsoever. But Savannah got me the Terrifier animatronic from Spirit Halloween.
Him?
Yeah, and I'm guessing that she ordered it a long time back,
Mm-hmm.
and just like eventually like hit it or something. I don't know, and then it just kind of showed up. But yeah,
Nice.
the same one that has the glasses and everything that come with it, the banana or not the banana, like the sunglasses,
Sunflower glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I thought that was because when I saw that box and it said Spirit Halloween, I'm like, she had to get me the ghost face animatronic.
Mm-hmm.
I was like super glad it was the Terrifier one though, because that one's harder to find, I think, at this point.
Yeah, it actually came back very, very briefly, but then it sold out again right away. So
Yeah.
it's still pretty hard to find. I mean, unless you don't want to pay, a ton of money for it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, so those are the main things
Very cool.
that I got. But yeah. What about you, Matt?
Just movies, so I can't complain. I showed this, which I know you need to get.
Yes.
Oh, I did get that.
Well, okay, Mark. You forgot already. How do you forget this? Come on, Mark. How do you forget that?
It is pretty badass.
It's got a new cut of the film. It's got interviews with Van Damme and Tom Poe, and good, cool steelbook too.
That's an amazing cover. The way they did that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is from Amazon too. I guess Lionsgate. So I'm surprised it's not like a boutique label that I could see.
Yeah, I think this one was like an exclusive that they did they also did this one as well, which I'm sure everybody's seen by now. And obviously I had to get this one for obvious reasons. The Stereo Echo,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
which I don't even know if it shows up.
It
But
does.
yeah, okay. But yeah, that and then this I had ordered a while back. This is one of my favorite covers for any steelbook of the year so far. The Shaun of the Dead 4K. Just the
I have that one somehow. Yeah.
style comic. Yeah, I love it. But
That might have been on something else a while back too, like Hamilton Books or something. Because somewhere or another I got that.
yeah.
Oh fuck. It's sperm Congo. No.
Right, opens up like a book. Come on, how can you say no to a face like that?
Oh my God.
Tim Curry.
Shit's in my nightmares. It's right there.
There you go. Right.
Look at it.
There you
Oh
go.
God.
It's amazing.
Oh.
I just know lasers and
Lasers
gorillas.
and
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even our volcanoes and shit. Come on.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that movie. That's one we need to do a commentary on too. At some point, that'd be fucking hilarious.
That would be.
Oh,
And then this, of course, gotta have this.
see, I definitely want to get that one. Like that's one that I gotta get.
Oh yeah.
So,
I didn't get a lot of movies or anything like that though, and like I damn sure didn't get anything from like Vinegar Syndrome or anybody like that. That shit won't be in for another 2 or 3 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm guessing that had to be Wes then. I was talking to. Okay.
Yeah, he got his stuff in. I don't know how.
yeah, I got mine in the Teep and Congo. I don't know why.
I haven't even gotten a shipping notification.
Me
or
neither.
anything, like-
really.
no.
I didn't get shit. Well,
Just
I did get
random.
the
Just random.
what was
I
it,
guess.
the $40 off?
Yeah, if you want to be a subscriber.
No,
Hey.
fuck that.
You gotta be, Mark. I think one of us should do it just to like see
Mhm.
like how it all works out. And then we can like sell half the movies and see if we can make our money back. It should be like an experiment
Yeah.
You
to see if we
count
can
me out of
actually
that.
make that work.
I was gonna volunteer you, Rambo. You'd be perfect.
Yeah, you'd love it.
Nah, I'll be in debt like certain people.
We gotta talk about that. I don't give a fuck. We got to. All right, but real quick, let's go to the chat here because there's like a ton of people in here already, which is pretty cool. I don't know. For all of you that tuned in for the Ford Fairlane commentary, I apologize, but that'll be upcoming. That's my bad. Everybody else pretty much had that apparently, but not me. McCora's in here. The mayor, JTF13. I can't even put the shit up that they're putting. Acres of Movies in here. Randy Ruiz, Greg Brewer, DJ, another DJ. This is a killer name. Rogue Agent Killer Rodan.
Yeah.
Magic Hands. Good to see you in here again, man. Summertime Blues, Spirit Crusher. Crystal, are you doing Suspirian Night? I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, apparently I killed Olivia Hussey by talking shit about her.
Oh god.
Mm.
It's too bad. I mean, I didn't follow her career as much as other people did, but I mean that's always sad to hear. So it's too bad.
I mean, yeah, she was great. I didn't think that she was great in Black Christmas. That's what I was talking about. But she is like a huge part of that movie. I did really like her in Psycho 4 too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I mean, hell, I mean, she's Romeo and Juliet and all that stuff. She's a pretty well-versed actress. Romeo and Juliet was one of those movies, by the way, that when I was in high school, like the English teacher made everybody watch like every year. And I don't think our English teacher knew that there was titties in that movie. So when that scene came up, everybody was like, yeah, this movie's killer.
But yet they showed it every year, even though it had it.
Yeah, well, the English teacher like changed every year too. Like,
Oh,
a lot of times, like it was, you know, the
none
chemistry
of them
teacher.
caught on.
No. Most of our teachers like rotated in and out every year. Like, I give you a perfect example. Like, I took French 1 when I was a sophomore, and then was signed up to take French 2 the next year. And the French teacher quit, and nobody else could teach French 2. So she's like, "Well, you're fucked. Whatever you know from that first class is all you'll ever know."
Do you still remember any French?
No, just a very like, just like je suis and je me and je toi and stuff like that, like the basic like beginning of any sentence, but like I couldn't tell you anything else at this point.
Mhm.
And the women's panties are already wet out there just from hearing those few words. There you
Oh
go.
yeah, there ain't nothing like Eastern Kentucky and speaking French, I guarantee it. You imagine how that translates like over.
That's a movie. It needs to happen.
Phantasmat says here, and he says that Manhunter is better than Long Legs. I don't know why he wants to come in here and bring up Michael fucking Mann to me again. I'm just trying to calm down from that situation. Everybody's up my ass in the chat about it. And everybody's like, you know, in the Discord freaking out about it. Listen, I'm going to tell you something about me that you may not know by now. I don't give a fuck what anybody else likes or doesn't like. I just like or don't like what it's just what it is. Like, I'm not going to lie about it and be like, yeah, like, I mean, he's killer. Now, that being said, I am hamming it up a little bit. Like, I don't actually think just Hannibal Rising is a good movie or anything like that. Let's be clear. But I also am serious when I tell you that I think a lot of his films suck and are boring and are way too fucking long. So that is true.
You know what? New.
Fucking knew that was coming.
No.
Let's see.
Did some people actually get really mad about that? Where they all like kidding?
Here's one thing I've noticed. and forgive me for saying this, but for some reason, you put British people on a fucking chat or Discord,
Mm.
and eventually they're going to turn heel on you. It happened.
Okay.
It happened before with Dr. Blood. I don't know what it is, but British people in chat rooms, but their sense of humor or their snarkiness or something, eventually they always turn heel. So we'll
Okay.
see how that pans out. Thomas, fuck that last name, says hello. He says hello. Since we know Final Destination 6 comes out in May of 2024, when do you
2025.
think? Yeah, that's right. 2025 should be. When do you think we will get the first trailer?
Probably next month or February, one of the two. It won't be too much longer.
Is anybody looking forward to that movie? I mean, I like those movies as a general kind of thing, but
I mean, looking forward to it, not necessarily, but I do want to see it just for Tony Todd's last on-screen thing. I know he's got a much bigger role in it from what I've heard, so I want to see that. That's what I really want to see. But the movie itself, meh, I could care less.
No, I don't look forward to it. I mean, I like the first two. That's it. I mean, there's more bad than good movies, in my opinion. 3, 4, and 5, I did not like any of them. Again, I like the first two. That's it. It's just going to be the same movie. It's going to try to get at you with the deaths, and there's going to be a lot of CGI, and it's going to prey on nostalgia. I would not be surprised. So maybe somehow it'll be linked to the first. I don't know how, or just if not that, then I don't give a fuck. It's going to be the same movie. Have you seen 5 times before?
yeah, I mean, and it just depends on if you like that. It's like with Saw, right? Like, you know what you're getting into when you go see a Saw movie. Like,
Yeah,
if
you know the gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, if you like Saw, you're gonna probably enjoy that movie. If you like Final Destination movies, you'll probably enjoy that movie. It's just the same gimmick run over and over and over again into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I ever had with those movies was CGI. I think that really kind of started to ruin the effect of those movies, which was originally more practical.
Yeah, there'll be more of that, but at least even Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, by the 4th, 5th one, they were trying different stuff. Even the 5th Friday 13th did something different. But here, I don't see, it's like Saw and this, they really are the same movie. So
Yeah, I just something about Saw has always just rubbed my dick the wrong way. I don't know what it is about it. It's just the way it looks and just how just generic it is, I guess. I don't know. It's you could tell it's a movie that never was really supposed to be a sequel. And they just went so many different places with it that eventually they had to blow it up and just completely start over because it just was stupid.
It's funny how you mentioned the look of that, because I mean, that's what James Wan and Lee Winnell had to work with in terms of budget. So that's probably part of why it looked the way that it did.
And
then
weird,
all the sequels had money, and then they just copied the same look.
It's exactly. It became the way every movie in the early 2000s looked after a while. Yeah. And you're right. They definitely didn't mean to do that. They probably just didn't have a budget. Dexter is back. I haven't seen that yet. It's the prequel Dexter. I tried to watch the last version of Dexter or whatever with, where he's living up in the wilderness or whatever and all
New
that.
Blood.
Yeah. And I mean, it was okay up to a point, and then I was just kind of got bored with it.
Yeah. I mean, I liked Clancy Brown in it. It was an interesting idea. Did not like the ending, but of course they've kind of retconned that now. I have started watching the prequel series, which I was going to completely skip, but my girlfriend's a huge fan of Dexter, and as soon as she started watching the first episode, I'm like, well, let me give it a chance. I'll watch one episode and see.
Yeah.
It's the casting for me in a couple of its so. For some odd reason, they thought that Christian Slater would be okay to play a young James Remar. And I'm like, that doesn't work. It's just nowhere near the same type of character like nuances or mannerisms or anything, and it just it throws it off a lot. Some of the other characters or actors playing those characters are okay. I don't know where it's going, but so far it hasn't really given me anything new or anything to be excited about. It's just kind of meh.
Yeah, I mean, I hear some good things about it. I hear some mid things about it. I think what it comes down to, like what you said, is the casting too, and also just that, like, I don't like prequels of shit that already. You know what I mean? I don't like when they cast younger versions of fucking characters. I'm never like
Exactly.
that anyway.
And for a show where like they actually showed you the younger version of Dexter in Dexter,
Right.
so it's like, what's the, like, what are we gaining out of this show? So I don't
That
know.
show was just one of those things that was kind of lightning in a bottle, and like it had its time. They fucked the ending up. Everybody knows that, and you just
Mm.
keep trying to bring it back, and it's like you can't do it.
Mm-hmm. And then they've set up the next season for next year, and I'm like, here we go. And then the John Lithgow season is going to happen, and it's already starting to wear out its welcome, I think. I mean, who knows? They may have jumped the shark, years ago, but I don't know how this season's going to do rating wise. Like, I don't think the appeal is going to be there. People like it mostly for Michael C. Hall. They like seeing him. I mean, you have his voice in the prequel show. He's doing the inner voice, but you don't have the character. He's not the character like there,
Right.
so it doesn't have the same effect. So
I don't know. Like if somebody were to say to me, the X-Files is coming back or something like that,
Mhm.
on the surface, that seems like that would be great, right? But
Mhm.
like when I sit down and think about it for 30 seconds, it's just like, I don't want to see that. I know it's going to be.
They already did it with the revival.
I know, but I feel like if they were again to do it, which they probably will, to be honest, at some point, like
It's still coming at some point.
yeah, I don't know. It's my favorite overall television show, but I have no interest in seeing like what they're going to do with it nowadays. They'd have like every episode would be some fucking like 15 diverse characters for no reason, like searching for diverse aliens or something. I don't know. Dickhead is a fair name for you. Yeah. I'll ask you, sir. Like, why the fuck are you here then?
Because he's a dickhead.
Yeah. You can
Living up to the name.
You can fuck right off. Bronson Wright, yeah, we were just talking about that. And that is sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Greg Gumbel also passed away too.
I didn't know who that was, to be honest. At first, I thought I said Brian Gumbel. I'm like, really? But it's a different Gumbel.
So it's not just a prequel. They're redoing the seasons. Mark, you would have to know this better than me.
Is he talking about Dexter?
I think so.
From what I've read and from what I've seen, they're not redoing seasons. It's if the prequel season that they're on right now is successful, they will be doing another season connected to the prequel show. How that's going to work, what it's going to be about, I have no idea. They're only on like episode 3, so I don't even know what the hell this season is about currently. But I don't see it having much longevity. Now, the actual true continuation to Dexter, which is called Dexter Resurrection, is next year in June. So like summer of 2025, they'll be continuing that story with Michael C. Hall. And James Remar, apparently, which has not been announced, but that's what he told me at the convention, is that he's going to be in it.
I've never seen Dexter, so I can't say anything. Never saw it.
It was really, really good in the beginning. And every other season, I think, like once you get past like season 5, 6, I thought 7 was interesting. I liked Ray Stevenson as like the main mafia guy. He was interesting, but it had a lot of problems. I mean, you watched it until the end, so you saw all the questionable things that they were doing.
Yeah. It's well, these people are not coming from my stream. I don't know what stream they're coming from, but they're coming out of the fucking woodwork tonight. Yes, none of us have ever had sex. You're correct.
Such a random question.
Yeah.
Uncle Bill stole them kids. We know that. He stole them.
Also, Big Money Mark's got 98 degrees performing at New Year's.
What
Don't
the fuck
forget.
does it have to be 98 degrees?
That's the
most random band. Like,
oh fuck.
But the thing you said a while ago, I do agree with you on the prequel thing where they recast for Younger. It's one of the many reasons why I just completely disliked those Jar Jar Abrams Star Trek movies with all the fucking having lights in your face so you can't see shit, and then fucking douchebags as fucking younger versions of characters you like but played by assholes.
That very rarely does that ever work, by the way. Like the one I can think of a couple times, like you think about like The Godfather Part 2, right? Where you've got like De Niro in there playing that. Sometimes that can work. But I'm hard pressed to think of many situations where a movie came out that was based on another movie with another cast member, but it was like the younger, where that actually like went well, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't name anything off the top of my head.
What the fuck? No.
Oh my God.
No.
No, yeah.
Now he's got a wife. He may have a girlfriend on the side, but he don't want to say that on stream.
I got a couple boyfriends on the side. This is Shoe Nice LGBT. Why are you harassing me?
Where's the Q? You're not all inclusive. Where's the Q?
No, there's an I or an A in that motherfucker somewhere. I think in a plus or a minus. Some
It is.
yeah. Don't come on this stream and not be diverse. I'll tell you that right now.
It's probably from my stream because people don't like me, so I'm pretty sure.
It's probably Mark. All the people coming from Mark. It's like
Might be.
Thank you for that.
So some people were asking about, I guess there's a vinyl of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out. Are you guys into, I mean, I know some are into vinyls nowadays, but more so than before, less so than before?
I used to be really into it, but like, I just don't have the room anymore. I had to like consolidate some things and stop buying some things. So that had to be one of them. Plus, man, the prices of vinyls were getting fucking crazy too. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'd still like to get, but I don't get it anywhere.
I'm not putting that question up. I don't give a fuck that it's a super chat. I'm not putting it up. Australian money or whatever it is. I'm not. No.
At least they're paying you.
It's true.
That's the funny thing is that I hate you, so I don't give you money. That's the weirdest thing. Give me money too, please. Come on my stream. Super chat me. I'll take your money.
But to answer your question off screen, yes. One of us is, but we can't tell you which one.
That'd be me.
Man, they're supposed to guess.
Well,
it's like a roulette. Yeah, figure it out.
That's funny.
I actually have seen this movie. This is off topic, but I really do like this movie. The funny thing about this movie is there's a story about the name of it too. So around this time in Japan, like they were naming everything Evil Dead something because Evil Dead 2 had caught on and things like that. And like, it was really big in Asian culture. And they attached that name to tons of different films that didn't have anything to do with it. And this is one of those movies. This movie has dick all like to do with Evil Dead. Like it has nothing even like remotely like Evil Dead in it, but it's a really good standalone, like Asian crazy gore, fest film. But it I always thought it was funny it was called that because that name is just awful for that movie. It has nothing to do with the movie, but it is a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. What's going on?
What is happening? Look. I wish I could put some of these up.
101 times, Zally.
We are Homo sapiens. This is true.
Or something with Homo. Well, you said you saw a Heretic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
How did you feel about it?
I was like at the beginning of the movie, towards the middle of the movie, right? I was like, this is amazing. Like I already kind of like, this is going to be in my top 5. I like had it made up in my mind. I was like, there's no way. Like this is killer. This is going to be my top. And then when it got to, it almost felt like that either, it's like a lot of the movies that I see nowadays, man, they can't end a fucking movie anymore. Like
Let me guess. Was it when they met the old woman in the basement?
Yes, that's when it got like
I felt the same way.
Too fucking stupid. It just got like too out there with the plot. Like I get it. Like I understand like what they're doing, but like there's so many different ways they could have gone with that, and the way that they chose to go with it, especially towards the very end of the movie, like was ridiculous. Like it just killed the whole thing for me. Like I really loved the beginning of that movie. I thought, all right, this is a great idea. It's a cool idea. Like it's, Hugh Grant's acting his ass off. Like those girls, I don't know who they were acting their asses off. Great setup, great premise, and they just could not, to me, carry it out. Like they couldn't make it come to some sort of conclusion that was satisfying in any way,
Yeah, I liked the film, but yet I absolutely agree with you, and I felt the same way. I guess overall, I still was glad I saw it. Well, it was a request, but Hugh Grant, I thought was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But I fully agree with you on the first half was really good, and then that's why I was guessing. I'm like, it was when, to not spoil too much for people who haven't seen it, when it tries to throw ideas that like the one bit where out of the blue he's like, a simulation. What the fuck?
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of like, well, okay, so it gets to that point, right? Mark, have you seen it, by the way?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so it gets to that point, and then like you're starting to question, all right, is this guy crazy, just like paranoid, or trying to make them like be as paranoid, or what is he doing exactly? And then when he does all that stuff, and then like the birth control thing, and all of that was just, I don't know, there's something really cheap about all that to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so good up to that point that it just, I don't know, I just hated the way that
it lacked the payoff that I was hoping it would have.
I felt the same way about Oddity, though. I really thought that movie was great too.
Mm-hmm.
And that last shot was just like, is it trying to be funny? Is it trying to be serious? I think it was trying to be serious, but it was like so ridiculous looking that I just was laughing at it. I was like, you can't end a movie like that on that kind of fucking shot. Like you just can't, to me. Like, but both those movies, they suffer from what 90% of movies suffer from. They just can't end a movie nowadays. They don't know where it's going. They get to the middle of it and it just falls apart, like for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's like they got a really good idea, but they market the idea, but they don't have any idea where that idea is going. It just fucking, the wheels fall off of it at some point, but great concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, that's why The Substance worked, because that ending did fulfill
Yeah.
Mhm.
That last shot, especially for the star, great bookend from the beginning.
Yep.
I mean, I know you guys are doing your 2024 show Sunday, but obviously the substance definitely will be on there, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I still don't know where I'm going to put it, to be honest. There's only a couple films that I mean would even compete with it in my mind, but
So did you
you
see
guys
Maxine?
You guys are going to rank too, or is it just like?
I'd say we will have like our favorite horror film, least favorite horror film, shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, I'm afraid to ask. Hold on, I'm getting to it.
You saw it.
Acres of Movies. No, we never interviewed Christy Swanson or never tried to. I don't know why. But it just never came up.
What the fuck is going on?
Hold on. What's the most views? If you talk about us three or just like any of us? Cut for a singular video, and can you remember what it was? I have no fucking idea.
I don't know.
I know the most views that DEADPIT has ever gotten on these streams was for the Vinegar Syndrome show, and it was 500 and something, maybe 6. I don't remember, but it was I do remember that. Hold on. What the fuck? That's
what I was laughing at.
Marcus Alexander Bagwell. Yeah. Yeah.
Bagwell. It's hilarious.
Yeah. JCVD fan says he's bummed that you weren't able to strike a deal with Arrow to bring us the 40th anniversary cocaine edition of Scarface.
I tried. I really did. It just didn't come together.
So, Mark, does that mean you shave your balls too with the help of your mom or whatever?
Thank you, Wayne Driver. Thank you.
Oh.
We are few in numbers.
Where'd that come from?
Suck up.
Man.
Man.
I was watching a JCVD movie on fucking Netflix out of nowhere called Kill 'Em All 2, I think.
Mhm.
I'm like, what in the fuck am I watching? Like, he's like,
I didn't see that, but I heard shit.
listen.
It was a hidden gem, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was great. I thought of a killer movie, an idea for a movie. You ready for this? Freddy versus JCVD. Can we make that happen?
Might be possible.
The sad thing, Van Damme, I saw a few of his, not that one, but some of his others. He just can't move anymore.
No.
He can't do the kicks. His body's broken. Like all these guys. And it's like, just retire, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that Stallone one, Armor. It looks so fucking awful.
Is it also a combination of like he just doesn't give a fuck anyway? Like,
well, then don't.
Van Damme.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, he's not. It's edited heavily. I'll put it that way. Like a lot of the stunts and stuff you see are very, very like in this movie. Anyway, the very, very edited. But also, like he just looks so bad, man. Like I mean, he's got his hair spray painted on. Like it's so weird looking. Like now, and then he just looks. I don't know. Just everybody's getting old, I guess. Like, you know, if you're an action star from the 80s at this point, you probably should just fucking quit. I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of over with.
Sally.
Jason goes to rehab. Yeah. Yes, Nick B. CK is related to Jay. That's his uncle. I have not seen this movie. Have you seen it, Rambo? I'm sure you have.
I have. I remember that.
Yeah, that
Rob Schneider, right?
The funny thing about that is when Van Damme talked about it later, he said, I do not remember making the film because he was high on cocaine the entire movie. So he doesn't remember making the entire film.
That makes sense, I guess.
And it was Rob Schneider, I bet. We're both on it.
It was pretty much him trying to be like Jackie Chan. It was made by the same guy who did Double Team, same director, and there's some doubles used. And it's weird, it's crazy, but it's not his best. But
What? We got a super chat. It's a hell of a one too. Thoughts on chairman of the board with Carrot Top?
yeah,
Okay. My initial thought is the only thing I know about that movie, and I have seen it, but I can't remember anything about it. The only thing I know about that movie is the Norm Macdonald fucking talk show appearance, and that's the best thing about that movie.
yeah, Phantasmatic got it. Yeah, I remember it was on Conan O'Brien because he was interviewing the actress who was starring with Carrot Top.
Courtney Thorne Smith, yeah. Unfortunately, I remember. Well, she was in summer school, so that's why I remember.
Yeah, I have seen the film. Dark Gold does. Well, I think I reviewed it, but I guess maybe he's asked you if you two have seen it.
I haven't seen it since the late 90s, and I never cared to watch it again. But
It also depends how you feel about Carrot Top. I think he's like what you call a prop comedian.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah,
And I'm like, I'd rather watch Gallagher if I want to do that. And at least he smashes watermelons. I could get with that with sledgehammers and shit. There's a reason why he's not a star, Carrot Top. And then he got like weird and steroid buff.
he got like a bunch of shit done to his face too that makes him look even scarier. So now he was like a nerdy, just plain, looking probably, and now he looks like some sort of mutated fucking version of like his face is so weird, and then he's all jacked up on steroids, and like it's just the weirdest thing, man, for that to be the guy that gets jacked up on steroids. Like, why? Like, for what reason?
mm-hmm.
You're a
Yeah, it's
fucking
like if Buff Bagwell played the Campbell Soup Kid.
yeah. I mean, it just makes no sense. Like, I don't know. It's scary. I'll say that. Have you ever killed someone for hiding your vanilla wafers behind a padlocked cabinet? Yes, I've done that. I'm talking about crazy fat Ethel.
Oh,
She's got to have her vanilla wafers, and she eats them by the box.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's one of the best, one of the best talk show appearances ever. He wasn't even a guest at that time that it happened too, but yeah, he's well known for that interview. Seagal is better than Van Damme. I'll take a fake Russian overeater over a freebaser any day. I will totally disagree with you on that statement, but I respect your right to believe in Seagal.
Wow.
Do we respect it?
I mean,
I'm trying to be respectful, Rambo.
Van Damme he may be a freebaser, but he's not a fucking fat balloon like Seagal. He's gonna do Under Siege 3 and he'll play the boat.
Fuck. That's tough.
If you see him nowadays, he's about as big as a boat. Like he got fatter. He's about as fat as the planet.
I thought he was eating carrots and stuff now. When he trying to get
If
healthy.
they're dipped in sugar, I guess.
you know what's funny about that? Like you mentioned that, and I saw like a video, maybe it was like from like 2 years ago, maybe, and they were asking him about his martial arts skills, and he's like, you know what? I've only gotten faster and better. I'm like, we're like 400 pounds. Like, there's no way.
He's like, wasn't there a thing where he can't even stand up anymore? Like he won't even stand up in movies. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Eat fatter, not faster, fatter.
Faster, same different. Yes, I've seen that, and I did laugh my ass off.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Called it box office poison. That's right. Let's see. It says all cocaine jokes aside, I actually picked up Carlito's Way 4K today from Arrow. Also got Terminator on 4K. Watched 30 minutes. The colors look good. So there you go.
Cool.
I do need to pick up Terminator. I hear nothing but good things about that release.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really surprising. It's much better than the other ones. Although, again, some people don't like the AI thing. So I don't know how you feel about that.
Which one of us?
Oh, I know how Rambo feels.
Oh,
you be.
I hate it, to be honest. I don't think I hate it as much as Rambo. I don't know. I'm not positive if there's anybody that does, but like, when I watch those movies, like the ones that came out, Aliens, Abyss, and True Lies, I watched all of them, and there's like the Aliens one I could tolerate, but when it got to True Lies, I was like, this is really fucking just annoying. It looked like, and I hate this on televisions anyway, so this is why it really made me mad. It looked like when you turn the judder function on your TV, like, and it makes everything like images that are up close look clear, but like they look like they're moving in some weird speed rate or something. You know what I mean? And like everything,
It looks,
yeah.
The smoothness of it is it looks over processed.
And that's what that movie looked like. And it just really killed it for me. So I was really like not looking forward to the Terminator, like, because I figured he would do the same shit, but apparently not.
Yeah, no, I don't know what they did with Terminator, but I think it looks the best out of all of them.
Seagal runs like a girl. Yes, he does. Or he did. I don't think he's running anywhere nowadays, though.
No. Just the buffet. See, this is what I'm talking about.
He's fine. He's fine.
Like, that is fatter. Okay. Got fat in my body.
It's like 400 pounds of pure badass, Rambo. What are you talking about?
Pure
That's
something.
pure fury.
Pure butter.
Michael Pietowski says, what releases are you looking forward to in 2025? Mine is the Elm Street 4K collection. Well, yeah, that's like the clear, if that happens in 2025, that's the clear favorite for sure.
Somebody posted a link for that.
For the box set?
It was on the Discord.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, I think it's like Zavi. They usually get stuff like really, really early. They put like a date of September 2025.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah.
It'd be cool if it is really added footage and stuff. If that's the case, sure. Anything else?
Release wise?
Can't think of anything.
Like physical media wise, or just, I mean, like I named a bunch of the films that are coming out and new releases. They're all pretty bad.
Night of the Living Dead.
The 90. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh yeah. Now I know people say it might be uncut. Yes, you could tell there were edits, but will it really be that gory? I mean, obviously it won't be like Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, but would it really be that violent, or is just
there was something
a little bit extra?
There's something where Savini said that this version would be like 60% of what he actually wanted to be in the movie, and the other one was like what, Mark, 30% or something like that. Yeah. So I feel like it probably is going to be one of those Friday the 13th situations where it's like maybe snippets of extra like gore and things like that he wanted in there, or extra scenes. Like I'm not sure. That it would seem to me to be.
Gotcha.
And I know the beginnings in black and white, like he wanted that to be the case, and then it switches to color. But yeah.
Hopefully they can clean it up and get it looking really good. I mean, that footage has been sitting in the vault for what? How many years? 30 plus years. So.
Is the Nightmare on Elm Street thing going to be an actual box set? I think so.
That's what it said. I only briefly looked at that. Like I wasn't going to like pre-order it or anything.
Right.
But
Who did it say who was putting it out or anything, or did it probably didn't have those details?
I don't think so. It was on like a French site. It wasn't even an American website. It was like a French website. I don't even know if it was Zavi now that I think about it. It was something else, I think.
All right. Do I want to talk about this or not? That's opening up a big can of worms. There was Gordon I Living Dead original, like the off-brow scene. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of scenes of gore, like some of the zombies just eating like pieces of things, and then the mouse scene and things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, just shit. You barely see FNAC French Number No Street Collection Blu-ray 4K Ultra HD September 22nd, 2025. It's blank. Just says some actors in it. Doesn't even say a company. So in 165, whatever currency this is.
Is it like, well, you said it's a French site, so never
Yeah,
mind.
it's called FNAC.com.
Mhm.
I was actually really thrilled that this one's coming out too from Kino, the summer rental Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's one.
I don't know what the special feature. Do you know, Rambo? Is that listed yet?
I think it's probably just one of those that's just a commentary with like historians, because that's what Tino usually does. And it might be like a featurette on some of the music. But I mean, that's the thing. The directors passed away. John Candy and Richard Crenna passed away. Was it Rick Torn? He passed away. So is there a whole lot of people to talk about the film, sadly. But I'll look it up. But yeah, I love Summer Rental. I'm glad I finally got a physical.
Me too. It's a great movie that nobody ever talks about.
So yeah, brand new 4K from the 35 millimeter, commentary by film historian, new featurette by entertainment journalist. Who gives a fuck? Trailer and subtitles.
Always have some sort of like.
So nobody who worked on the film, just an
Yeah.
entertainment journalist.
Of
What the
course.
fuck that means? Some guy they found in the street.
Akers says, I see the horror movie The Guardian. Are you talking about William Friedkin's The Guardian? If so, no, but I did see it right when it came out on VHS. I remember that as a kid, and that movie really freaked me out when I was a kid for some reason. It's not scary at all now when you go back and watch it, but like when you're a kid, it's basically about, this woman trying to murder this baby. So it's like, that's pretty disturbing content at 10 years old, I think.
I've seen it once, and I remember a lot of trees.
Yep.
And some chick floating or something with a long
Mhm.
dress or some shit. And just off the memories that I have of it, I kind of struggle to see why Friedkin would even bother with that. I mean, I know you're a bigger Friedkin fan, but
I am, but that movie is one that doesn't look like a William Friedkin movie. Number one, it looks like a television movie.
Well, I think he wanted to do a dark fairy tale. I think that's what it was supposed to be.
It's got a couple of good gore scenes in it, but overall that movie is really uneven. I like the lead female in it. That's about all I can say.
Yeah, it has some good gore. The one scene where there's like 3 or 4 thugs and they're getting like impaled through their bodies from the tree limbs and ripped apart, and very violent, very gory. And then any movie that ends with a chainsaw to something, a bunch of blood, can't be all too bad. So I don't mind it. I could watch it.
Suspirian Night says, I think I'm the only one excited for the Daylight 4K from Kino. I'll bet Rambo's excited too. Watched it countless times on VHS.
Yeah, I like the film quite a bit. I think it's underrated. I mean, it's an interesting cast. You got Viggo Mortensen, you got Daniel Harris, with her eyebrows, as you guys point out. It's a cool disaster movie, some good special effects. I always liked Daylight. Flopped when it came out. I guess no one really was. They're the entire Stallone, it seems. After, I think Judge Dredd didn't help, and then after that, people were not seeing his movies. Just like we watched Get Carter the other day for request, and that's a fun one, underrated, but that film bombed. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited for Daylight as well. So you're not alone. I love Daylight.
Oh God. Thoughts on the supposed Happy Gilmore 2?
They have a teaser out.
They do. Yeah, I've seen it.
Adam Sandler, he's just like, does he even act anymore, or he just kind of?
No, not really. He really has had the wildest career, man.
Yeah.
Like he starts off making those, just goofy ass comedies. Everybody likes it. Goes to the drama piece for a little bit, like a la Jim Carrey around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just kind of gave up. Like after Mr. Deeds, it was like a steady kind of stream of just like lower and lower kind of comedies to where now it's on all this shit's on Netflix and it's all just like, God damn, it's hard to watch to me anyway. So
yeah, Click, Jack and Jill. Oh, the list goes on and on. You're right. I have no idea what happened to him. He was on a roll for a while there in the 90s. He had quite a few decent flicks, but it's like once it started to go off the rails, he never really seemed to care to get it back on track, and he kind of coasted off of name value for every other script that he chose. So I don't know. He's been sort of dead career-wise to me for a while. Although I did like Uncut Gems, but
yeah, that movie that movie is so tense. Like in the last 30 minutes of that movie, you just feel like you're on cocaine watching it.
Right.
Yeah, I like when he does drama. I did like Uncut Gems. I like forget the name of the basketball one he did where he was coaching a player.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then Spaceman I liked. I thought that was a bit different role for him. So I prefer him doing those. This is definitely back to the well because no one was asking for Happy Gilmore 2. It's not going to capture Lightning in the Bottle. Yes, I said the same thing for Beverly Hills Cop 4, but to me, that's the exception, not the rule. And that was if it's 9 times out of 10, that was the 10th time. Now we're back to the other 9 times it doesn't work. And this is going to be one of them. People are going to be disappointed. It's not going to be the Happy Gilmore of yesteryear. It's going to be a lot of the same jokes, same references, regurgitated. You're going to see like the same movie, the same copy. And especially comedy sequel, like Dumb and Dumber 2. I think of that, and that was a god-awful comedy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hangover 2 and 3. A lot of comedy sequels do not work. I mean, are there comedy sequels you guys like? Coming to America 2 was bad.
Not if it's like a sequel to a movie that was like 20 years ago. No, not usually. That almost never works. I can't.
As Gary say, yeah, that's when you know a film's really not. If it's like a long time since the original movie's been made, like it almost never works. Like you said, Beverly Hills Cop might be the exception to that. But 99% of the time it doesn't. Comedy sequels that I actually liked. You'd have to go back to the 80s and 90s probably to make that work. Because you're talking about, like, I grew up in an era where, like, there was a Police Academy movie every fucking year. So, like, those movies are not great by any stretch of the imagination, but
They're
like,
fun.
I liked a lot of them. So, and same thing with like, I don't know if you'd call like 48 Hours a comedy. It's kind of a comedy action film, but another 48 Hours.
Oh, yeah.
We're trying to forget Kingslayer, Bill and Ted 3.
Oh
No,
shit.
just
Dude, I turned that on. This is no joke. I turned that movie on for like the first 10 minutes and saw what like Keanu Reeves was doing. I was like, I'm not doing this.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, people are listening to some good ones. Hot Shots Part 2, Ace Ventura 2. I always like that movie.
Yeah.
fucking goofy as
Kindergarten
hell.
Cop 2 is not.
Yeah, that's not a movie, is it?
Yeah, Dolph
that-
Lundgren starred.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was a joke. Gremlins 2 is great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some back today. I just meant like nowadays, like in the past like 10, 15
No,
years. For
man, they
comedy
don't even make
sequels.
comedies anymore. They don't even fucking try to make comedies, really.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to be funny anymore. You can't be. You can't offend anybody.
I didn't even like Porky's 2, honestly.
I don't remember Porky's 2. I remember Porky's, but like it's like the next day or something in it.
Yeah, it's called The Next
Yeah.
Day. Yeah, just
What about Porky's 3?
didn't like that one either, honestly. Although it is slightly better than 2 from what I remember, but never go back to those. If I watch any of them, it'll probably be the first one.
It's a good point. At least back in the day, shitty movies were shot on film, so they at least looked like a movie.
Mm. Mhm.
Does that take you out? I mean, obviously, there's movies we like nowadays, but is there a part of you that you see a movie, it's either like too crisp or too clean or too, or maybe that's just me where, yes, there are movies that are fine, but I don't know, there's part of me that misses that. I don't know if it's because they shoot on film or just, I don't know, it's the lack of filters or I don't know what it is. Just
I mean, I feel that way a lot, really. Like, I don't like overly like produced movies anyway. And there's a lot of those nowadays. It's probably partially why I don't like a lot of Marvel movies and things like that, because they produce the shit out of them, man. They're just they all look a certain way, and they're all like,
Yeah, the excessive polish and
yeah.
I know what you mean, yeah.
This is easy for me. Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Whoopi
Kalista
Goldberg.
Flockhart.
Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah,
That's the best one I could think of.
that's a good one. Did you know that Danielle Harris was in a 5-figure death punch? Did they punch her fucking eyebrow up into her like hairline? Bless her heart. I really don't like her. I don't know if I've told you that. And this is not an issue I have with like Maggie Gyllenhaal where I don't like her acting or her face or anything like that. I just don't like her vibe. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen any of those, like the show that she does or whatever with Scott Taylor Compton. She's got that show. What's it called? Talk Dirty to Me or Talk Scary to Me or something.
Talk Scary to Me, yeah.
And I don't know, man. It's just, you ever just see people and just like, this is not somebody I would ever want to like hang around. And that's also the vibe I get from her at conventions too. It's just, she's way too fucking hoity-toity about everything.
Oh, okay.
So we might as well talk about it. I'm gonna ease into this conversation. Okay. I'm not gonna like name names or shit, but people keep bringing this up. Bottom line, have either one of y'all ever been in debt related to physical media purchases?
Never.
No. How much is it again?
I can't remember an exact number, but I want to say it was somewhere between 20 to 30,000. And we're talking about just physical media. Like, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to fucking take it seriously? Because I can't.
I don't know how you could. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, just thought of it. Like, how the fuck could you get that in debt just buying movies?
So this is a real touchy fucking subject because like these people will make videos back at us. And if there's one thing that scares the shit out of me, guys, it's somebody on YouTube making like a response video. That is frightening.
Oh, don't worry. It happens to me all the time.
I think that's just the idea of like somebody threatening somebody with that. Like, I'm going to fucking take a stand and make these videos back at you. It's like, And like, who gives a fuck? A video's not going to do anything.
Right. And if it is the person that's in debt, I think they have a lot bigger problems. You need to worry about that debt before you make a response.
I'm going to throw a hot take out here. I think at this point, it's a gimmick. I think that anything that draws attention to that, like, I think that person actually wants that to that channel. Like, I think that's why that keeps coming up over. I think it may have started out as like an honest kind of thing, but then it got like a lot of views, and now that's just like, that's the whole thing. Which,
okay, wait. So I remember, like, I guess this was a month or two ago, somebody saying that they were in debt 30,000 or whatever it was.
Right,
Is there
right.
another person claiming this too, or
no, I think this is the same person, but there was another person that recently did a video too, where they were like, another Bluetuber kind of person, where they were like, same kind of thing. Like, I'm not going to buy anything else. Like, going to shift the focus. Here's my, Matt says he spent 30,000 as Bender syndrome. So here's what it boils down to. That bubble of the Bluetuber thing is starting to pop because of a couple different things. Things are getting way too expensive for normal people to buy. So they don't want to watch that shit anymore, because that is the whole point. Like, what have they got so I can go out and buy it? That's not really happening anymore. But also, like, I think that ultimately they're running out of stuff to do. There's only so many times you can go to stores and open up your mail and shit.
oh, what the fuck?
Yes.
What the fuck? What is that?
I think
If it's for a shitty movie, go ahead. By all
that's
means,
his
rip
that's
it
his MVD movie. This is the
Oh, man.
therapy right here. Good
It's
or
all
bad
bullshit.
debt.
It's
all
all
fucking
you in the
bullshit.
chat. Stop. They're encouraging this shit.
Fuck slipcases. Fuck the Bluetuber bullshit. These are fucking morons. If you get 30,000 in debt because of fucking movies, you're a fucking moron. You are a fucking dumbass. You're a fucking idiot. You do not deserve a credit card. You do not deserve a driver's license. You do not deserve. You need to get your head examined. Take the 30,000, go to a fucking doctor, and get your head out of your fucking ass. Jesus H. Christ.
Don't
That's
rip up
fucking
anymore.
stupid. Fucking dumb. Fucking idiotic. Give me a fucking break. If it's something that it was a goddamn medical emergency, fine. If it was like you had a hurricane, something bad happened, that's understandable. But over fucking movies that you don't even fucking watch is so fucking stupid. You are a fucking moron. Someone has to tell you to your face, because obviously you still don't fucking get it. You do not understand it. I'm sorry if your brain cells died on the way to wherever the fuck you went to buy these fucking movies that you don't fucking watch. After 1,000 in debt, stop. Not 30 fucking thousand. 1,000 would be enough for most normal people with common fucking sense. This is stupidity. We cannot be nice to stupidity because it infects people like a fucking virus. But yeah, get with the kid gloves and they get more stupider. Dumb as fuck people. I'm sorry if no one had to tell them in the real world. Welcome to the real world where there's real fucking consequences.
We're getting all kinds of super chats. Fucking killing.
Well, I'm glad I helped you somehow. There you go.
Oh God.
God damn it.
So I'm glad I eased into that though, and we didn't go too far with it.
Well, blame me. It's me, Rambarat for life. I don't give a fuck. I'm being sincere about it. Like, how can you get that far gone and not think stop? How can you get that far and not stop? I'm just being sincere. When you did to 1,000 in debt, that's a lot of money. 30,000? Multiple cards?
I don't disagree with you, but I'll say this one little tidbit is that if you get in debt, even if it's $1, you should. Movies are not like it's not something you need to live.
No.
Like you don't have to consume movies to live. So or purchase. Like why? You know what I mean? Like it should never set you back even $1. A penny. Like movies should never set you back any amount of money.
Let me ask you a question, and here's where I think the real kind of crux of this issue is, honestly. Do you think that would have happened or would happen to any of these people if they weren't connected to like a YouTube channel? In other words, do you think those people would be that much in debt if they were if they had no like YouTube channel, no subscribers, they were just going out, buying stuff for themselves?
No,
I 100% guarantee, because I think that's actually the problem. I don't think it's like the buying and the actual like buying of the thing or the OCD about. I think it's a problem of like the rush they get from like showing this shit off on streams and people talking about it, and like, you know, like that gives them some sort of sense of like, I don't know, identity or I don't know, but like I think that's the bigger issue. Like I don't think that'd be happening if people just didn't have a fucking YouTube page.
I think maybe some of like what they watch on YouTube could be the catalyst for why they're doing it. But like once they get to a certain point, it's like they feel like they have to keep going. I don't know why that is, but it's a disease. I mean,
just the person's
really
a fucking moron. That's why.
Well, but it's an addiction like anything else. I mean, there's a part of me that would probably even think that there's some people that would buy stuff like that. I don't know about going into debt, but they just consume just because they can.
But I don't know about that addiction stuff, because like with like cough, whether it be you're addicted to caffeine or drugs, or that's something you're physically doing and altering your body, your mind. Like this.
But some people get a rush from shopping. I mean, there's people that are addicted to gambling. That doesn't affect their bloodstream or their, you know, they don't.
They're fucking stupid too.
Oh yeah, they all
are. They make movies where
like,
the people want to break their legs or chop their heads off. The gamblers. It just that'll be the new movie. People in debt with movies, and someone goes to fucking. Sorry. I just see this stuff, and you know, more power to them, but. Like there was no one there to tell them, hey, maybe stop. Or then it's like, I guess people are sending this person free stuff, and there's like people who are worse off, and it's like, I'm sorry, but you caused this yourself, and I'm sorry, call me an asshole. I have zero sympathy for the person. Zero. If you did, it's your fault. No one caused it. I'm sorry. But I'm going to be harsh on it, because if someone was harsh on the person to begin with, then she wouldn't be $30,000 in debt. It's like led the person by the hand too much.
But see, Rambo, you're contributing to the toxic community that is bringing these people down.
Yeah, you're dumping more toxic waste into the environment.
Well, as a wise man once said, there's a bit of toxic positivity that is bigger infection. Toxic positivity.
I can see it from both sides, but I really can. But ultimately, like, I think the thing that actually makes this so much worse for people is fucking YouTube or any kind of streaming service, because it's hard to fucking really get like, you know, excited about stuff like that if you really are just buying the stuff for yourself to watch. But if you're buying it because like your whole channel depends on that, and like you only get views and clicks and things like that because like you show that stuff off, then that's a huge incentive to go into debt, right? Like, because you have to have content. Like you've got, and your only content is like what you buy. So if you get addicted to the clicks, like a lot of people do, if you get addicted to being on YouTube and things like that, like then I feel like that's a big part of it.
Dude, wait, no more slips, please.
Oh God, here he goes.
Not kickboxer, not kickboxer.
Don't do kickboxer. Even I can't support that decision. But yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, it says super chats in mine, and then maybe I'll do it.
There's a
You
lot.
want me? If you want me to make Mark cry,
No,
send super chats to my channel.
It's physical.
not kickboxer.
Physical means excessive buying anonymous. God.
Oh, look at this fucking guy.
He
got
said it to the wrong channel. He didn't send to mine. So
Good.
No,
Good. Good.
Yet another
he said it to the
slip
wrong
rim.
channel. Didn't send to mine. I did none of it. So you get nothing, buddy. I rip an imaginary one for you, but no, you didn't send to mine. You fucked up. You fucked up.
Y'all talking about debt in Walmart. Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. Rambo frees a soul with every rib slip cut.
Uncle Bill has to rip one out since he does. You went.
Stop, man.
You gotta rip one out.
All right.
Hey, $10 super chat.
What is happening?
I can't do it. I just got this from Keno.
You don't need that slip.
Don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't
You
give
really
it
wanna
to
do
the
it.
peer pressure.
You
Don't.
really want to do it?
Ah!
$10 super chat.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I don't give a fuck how much somebody donates. I'm not ripping up shit, so don't fucking ask. It's not happening.
Oh shit!
I mean, at the end of the fucking day,
What's that?
Congo.
God.
Oh
I
my
got $20.
no.
$20.
Oh my
I got
God.
$20.
Oh no.
This is cathartic. Let's all
Put up the $20 one.
You've caused Mark to leave. He's like,
Put up the
fuck it.
$20 super chat. There you go.
Oh,
This is for
shit.
him. $20. Well spent, man.
Oh,
There you go. All pieces.
this is one of those hippie therapy sessions.
All sorts of pieces. It don't matter. The movies matter, folks.
Oh, I don't know about you, Rambo, but
Still
I
got
feel
this.
better.
Exactly. See, it don't
See,
matter.
Like
I shed a tear. I had to.
he's crying. Mark's crying.
Oh my God.
Listen, I can't do this to Mark anymore. That's really the
I
the
can.
bad part about it.
People send more
What
super
the-
chats like that. We'll do it all night.
No,
Oh.
please don't.
So, honest to God, though, at the end of the day, I do agree with Rambo in and of the fact of like slipcovers are like something that we've created in our fucking heads as like a whole community is like that means something. Like it really doesn't mean anything. Like it's just a literal piece of fucking paper, but we've made it mean something. And now people are going $30,000 in debt to fucking buy them. So it's like, it is a little stupid, man. Like that part is like, but that's something we've done. Like that's not anybody, you know. I don't know how it happened, but it definitely happened.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be able to trace back in time where that became a thing, where slipcovers or something that like you have to have is part
I
of.
can trace it to for me, I can trace it to vinegar syndrome. Like that was the first time when I remember going on a site,
Right.
and like the majority of people were just buying slipcovers, like shit for
Were
the
they
slip
the
cover.
first company to like sell it for profit and say, hey, you get this slip and that's considered the limited edition
don't-
version?
I don't
They'd
know.
have to
but
be, right?
Yes, it was.
that I feel like that they were, if they weren't the first, and they were definitely the ones that like, I feel like maybe Scream Factory might have like done it a little bit earlier.
Well, theirs was like the poster, like you get the exclusive poster. But I remember, like, if you still bought like a Scream Factory copy from over here on like Amazon, you'd still get the slip, right?
Yes.
I want to say
Yeah.
you would. Yeah. Okay.
So you're right. Maybe Vinegar Syndrome was the first one that really popularized that idea, like that you know pay extra for the slip, and that became like the the regular edition wasn't. But I'm gonna be honest with you, like to me, that whole thing really has run its course. Like it needs to die because
does.
it's gotten it's gotten really like overboard now.
But will
I
it
agree.
die?
No,
Is it ever gonna? Okay, that's what I
No.
thought. I was gonna say the same thing. I don't think it
needs
ever
to
will.
die, Mark. You know, you gotta
Go grab
die.
one, Mark. It's
Fuck
worth
that.
it. Like you'll feel a lot
Fuck that.
better.
I won't.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
No. I mean, if it was a movie I didn't like, but
All you gotta do is this, Mark. That's all you gotta do.
yeah, all I got to do is like not do that too. So
Is this?
Yes,
I'm
it
not
was.
even going to entertain
It's
the idea.
easy. It's easy, Mark. It's just paper. It's just paper.
How much of a super chat would it take for you to rip your aliens and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle posters to shreds?
Couple thousand.
LA Joel. See, okay, I'm old enough to remember too, like a time period when nobody gave a fuck about slipcovers or like really like any of that stuff. Like it was just like sometimes you got something cool like that from like Anchor Bay or somebody, but it wasn't. Nobody gave that much of a shit. Like they didn't like think about it like that way. Like you just bought the movie. You either like you were fine if you just got the movie and there was no slipcover or whatever. Like if they included it with it, it just nobody thought in those terms. Like when I can remember that coming in was Vinegar Syndrome. When people started to think in terms of like the slipcover is actually like the valuable thing.
There were a few like in the DVD era of like the mid 2000s to the late 2000s where they had certain ones that were like pretty unique, not just lenticular necessarily, but maybe they fold out like a pop-up book or something like that. Or maybe it had some cool different artwork on the inside that folded open into something else. But those were few and far between. Those were the only times where I really thought it was really cool. But
yeah,
that was never like a big mass-produced thing on all movies.
Exactly, dirt. Fuck the slips.
No slip movement.
Someone sent Matt the Bill and Ted 3 steel box and a hammer.
I definitely do with that. That's a piece of shit. I hate that movie.
No, that artwork was fucking terrible, TJ. I agree with you. Like I didn't like the look of that at all of that release.
Didn't you get that, Rambo?
No, I just got this.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have one.
Okay.
So that's it.
I'm surprised you're not going to tear up the artwork in the case.
What artwork?
Like the paper sleeve, like that's on the outside.
This?
No, what did I even say that for? No, don't.
Why would you say that?
Another $20
just
super chat. Another $20 super chat. Here you go.
I'm giving him
What
ideas.
are you doing, Mark?
I
Another
shouldn't have said
$20 super
anything.
chat.
Oh, fuck this.
Make it rain with paper. Bart just came up with the idea. So if it happened, Mart, it's your fault. You said it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
ban whoever fucking sends in the.
You send another super chat.
It'll be your fault, Mark. Remember this. I think deep down you want to do it.
Check us out. I personally don't care if it's a slip snap or whatever else. I won't rip it up like this crazy person, though. I still pay for it. Yeah, that's the
I got the
problem, though,
movie.
really.
Yeah, you got the movie. That's what you want is the movie.
Mm-hmm. So,
I mean,
to be clear,
hopefully it really is a huge problem.
you don't care about artwork at all. You just care about the disc.
I mean, artwork is fine, but at the end of the day, the meat and potatoes of it is the movie itself.
Yeah, of course.
Like, well, there you go.
Oh,
fuck.
come
They did not do it. Oh God, no!
Put it up.
Don't
Put
do
it
it.
up.
Oh man.
Uncle Bill will love this. You know he loves Michael Mann.
I've been waiting on that.
There you go. There you go. It's your fault, Mark.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a man of my word too. Not like, oh, you said it and I don't do it. I did it. I'm a man of my word. There you go. Goodbye. I still at the movie.
Mark looks physically ill. This is the best.
It's your
shit
fault,
ever.
Mark. You brought this on to yourself. Thank you, Mark. Because of you.
Rambo's making some money though. Just
He is. That's the thing. He
$2.
could buy another Keep copy right now.
All right. Another super chat. Thanos says, "Do you guys own the Sony 4K player that can play Region B and Region C discs? Have you seen Nosferatu?" So the first question, I don't, but CK does. Like he's got that exact one. I'm pretty sure.
No, I do not have that one. Do have Region Free player, but it's not the Sony one, and I have not yet seen Nosferatu.
Me either. I wanted to see it, but all the kids got the flu, so we couldn't go.
Oh man, that sucks.
Hell Angel says, "I watch my slipcovers, not the movies." Mark is an enabler. Yep.
No,
Yes.
not anymore. I'm not going to say anything else.
It says Remo set a box set on fire by the end of this.
Oh God.
Mark, you got any other ideas?
Well, it's not my idea, but somebody else in the chat said this was like 10, 20 chats ago. They said break the disc. How much to break the disc?
What the fuck? That's the whole point, though.
Yeah.
I guess they just want to see if you'll do it, but I don't think
No,
anybody.
it's the
Rambo break
movie
shit.
itself. Not the movie itself. That's the point of it. That's what we're getting away from.
This is the ultimate question.
No.
Oh, that will fuck. Mark will die.
You could send me that. Like, I'll take that slipcase. Please.
I would leave it on Uncle Bill. What do you think would be a fair price?
$50. If somebody sent you $50,
No, how about 100?
100.
That way it'll never happen. It'll never happen.
Yeah, that will never
I'll say
happen.
100. If someone said 100 super chat, I would do it.
No, 500.
Well, I mean, that's a.
I'm just trying
the
to ensure that
movie-
it won't happen. That's
I think
why
the movie is actually worth around 100 with that slipcover. Actually,
probably, yeah.
yeah.
So.
Let's see.
Okay, fine, Mark. I'll say 200. Make you happy because no one will do it.
Thank
How
you.
about that, Mark? Will that make you happy?
500 would
The
be.
mayor, the Congo dish.
It's not Congo with a K. It's a C, damn
I
it.
get it right.
It's a C. There, $200.
So-
I'll make your Mark happy.
Back to the original thing we were talking about, though, the whole thing about debt. I don't know. This became like a free for all, but I do think that, like, really, that's a big reason why, like, that and steel books is a big reason why, like, shit kind of went crazy.
Mhm.
Like, people fucking started getting stupid over those two things, myself included. Like, I got wrapped up into it. But ultimately, like, at the end of the day, this stuff is really, like, kind of not, it's becoming worth less and less over time, I noticed too, because they're producing more and more of it. It's like any other thing that you start to collect, right? Like in the beginning, it's really rare and they're barely doing it. Then it like starts to make money and so they produce more and more of it. Then it gets less and less kind of like, you know, worth anything. And that's kind of what's happening. But then in the meantime, you got a bunch of people going into fucking thousands of dollars worth of debt trying to keep up with all this shit for some reason.
Mhm.
But it seems like other people just doing it for, quote, an investment, which was just always strange to me. But I mean, they did it with baseball cards.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They did that with then video games where you can't find them anymore because people just buy them just to sell them. They don't even play them. I mean, it's not going to stop. Really?
No. Yeah, I don't.
There'll
see-
always be something new, right? They're always going to keep like making something new for people to buy.
Mhm.
So
I
when
mean, it won't stop. I mean, it's it's just become a thing now. And if it ever did start to go away, then people would probably say, hey, where's those slips? And it'd probably start all over again. Or they'll just keep coming up with gimmicks like the fucking, what was it, Kathy's curse or whatever?
Yeah.
The light up eyes.
Horrible gimmick. Yeah. That's true. If it's made to be collectible, it's typically not actually all that collectible. Like, I mean, I've been through like all kinds of different eras of collectible stuff, quote unquote, right? So, like, I've seen the comic book fad come and go. I've seen the Beanie Baby shit come and go. Like, I've seen the baseball and basketball card thing come and go. Like, I've seen the Pokemon stuff come and go. That's still kind of around, but not really that much anymore. And so you just see all this stuff. There's these cycles of this stuff that become really popular and they're worth something, quote unquote, but then they're not worth anything. So it's like, that's kind of what happens. And, you know, the stuff that hangs around is like 5% of anything that anybody buys. And it's usually the early stuff of any of those kind of things that is worth anything. So really, like, what I'm saying is, if you're collecting stuff at this point in this medium, like, it's probably not going to be worth anything. Oh, fuck. He had to bring himself on here.
He's going to rip up something.
What the fuck happened to Ford Fairlane, boys? What in the hell y'all doing? I changed the thumbnail. God damn it, I didn't have to change. I thought we was doing a commentary for Ford Fairlane, motherfucker.
Well,
get out of my way to do that, Uncle Bill, you piece of shit.
I appreciate
you on here talking about ripping up slipcovers and shit, just like all.
So I couldn't find any way to get Ford Fairlane because it doesn't exist on any streams. Like,
I don't give a fuck.
Well, fuck. I don't know what to fucking tell you then. You just
don't tell me, motherfucker. Just Google it. Google Adventures of Ford Fairlane full movie. I guarantee you.
I mean, I can Google it. I can't play it and watch it on his computer or it'll fucking blow up. I could so there's no way for me. I have a TV here for that reason.
Well, don't you think you should have made sure that you have it before you're like, hey, I thought we was doing that commentary.
Well, I guess I didn't expect it not to be available on any streaming service. So, I mean, that's kind of, I've never had that issue before.
I didn't know you didn't have it because I have my Blu-ray up. I'm like, I'm sure he has it. He likes Andrew Dice Clay.
It's not on Plex?
It may be on Plex, but
I didn't see it on anything. I checked everywhere. You can't find that shit anywhere to stream. Not legally, anyway.
Well, you all could have done Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man, or something instead, something of that era.
Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man. What the fuck?
Yeah. So y'all talking about the debt thing, right? Have we named any names on here yet?
No, I have not named any names.
I don't want to name any names because, there'll be a response video and everybody be all butthurt about, oh, God.
I was telling them earlier, the idea of threatening somebody with a response video has got to be one of the fucking dumbest things I've ever heard. It's going to do something.
Let me tell you, they put my picture on that thumbnail and it was so shitty that they did that. I can't believe it. That guy reminds me of Jason Payne, is what I was telling. I think I was telling him.
He does.
He fucking looks like Jason Payne.
I don't know which one of those people I fucking dislike the most. Really.
What the crap, dude? I took gummies a long time ago, man. You know what kept me up?
Cocaine?
I was kind of keeping up with what all's going on here, right? But I was also trying to watch In a Violent Nature tonight.
Yeah.
That face tells it all.
I thought it was almost over with, and I paused it. It's got fucking 20 minutes left. I'm like, God damn it, what else can go on in 20 minutes in this piece of shit? I don't know.
It shows his opinion on it.
Yeah.
I told you what it was. It's fucking a lot of walking and Friday the 13th from Jason's perspective.
There was the The guy was a mega Friday the 13th fan that made that, though. There is like the Tom Matthews thing almost, where that guy's like, "Come on, Johnny, we're over here. We're right over here, Johnny."
Oh my God. How much rip up Victor Salva's letters? I don't have any letters from Victor Salva. Like,
Love letters is what he's talking about.
right,
But
right. I don't have any.
you have the toys that he.
I still have the toy.
Victor Salva sent Uncle Bill toys.
That fucking figure is worth probably more than any other figure I have, too, as wild as that is.
What's a figure of?
It's a Jeepers Creepers 2 figure that's like super rare now, anyway.
Really?
Did he see a picture of you?
No, that was back when it just writing letters, Rambo. Don't fucking start this with me. This fucking shit.
How old were you?
Fucking, let's see. That
He was
was
underage.
I was
14.
12.
He was getting a little bit too old for Victor, almost. He's like 14.
Yeah, that's too old.
Yeah, he's starting to grow a little bit of hair down there. Victor didn't like that.
I can't put that comment up, but it's cute.
God.
We've really ran the fucking gauntlet of shit you can not talk about, but we have.
The violent nature wouldn't have kept me up, but I think it fucked with my gummies. Like I don't know. It was some sort of side effect or whatever. I took my gummies. I took my gummies with NyQuil.
God damn, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah. On the weekends, I like to chillax.
You have to be out for a couple days. Like, fucking
Did you guys get your Fama trading cards?
Fama.
I pre-ordered mine.
I bought a whole set hoping to get the autograph of the Fama.
I got to get the Fama autograph card.
That shit.
I got my copy of the Fama right there.
Fuck.
Did you watch it?
Fuck no, we ain't watched it.
Yeah,
I tell you that.
Fama is one of the best movies ever.
So, Wes, did you get anything for Christmas? We asked that before the others. Anything like specific for Christmas?
I mean, I got a bunch of clothes. I did get some movies. I got the Eyeball limited edition 4K from 88 Films, Umberto Lenzi, and I got the big box set steelbook thing for Nightmare on Elm Street, the Terminator 4K. I heard a lot of good things about it, so I was like, yeah, you know. And what else did I get? There was a couple more, but I can't remember. The Exorcist, I think I finally got it on 4K because they had it cheap enough, right? Wasn't it like $10 or something like that on Amazon?
What, the 4K?
Yeah, they finally dropped it to what it was worth.
Yeah,
Yeah. And what else did I get? Cologne. Heck, a lot of the same old stuff. I got some underwear. Hanes.
that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. About it.
Was it
Dracar Noir, no. That's some good shit though. My dad used to use that. It was Mont Blanc this year.
oh,
I got Jimmy Choo 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 last year.
did you get any
And,
Brute cologne?
What's your guys' favorite cologne of all time? I'm just curious.
Right guard.
I don't think I have a fucking favorite cologne. I never wore it.
Nah.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever had a favorite.
My favorite of all time, they discontinued. It was Polo Red Intense. That was my favorite.
When did you first start using that? Like, was like some people like use it like when they're like 12, 13.
When I was 8, I was like, yeah, give me some of that Stetson cologne. Now, I don't know. I guess around high school age or something like that. But I don't wear it every day, you know.
So is Carter trying to make a argument for in a violent nature? He says when they spend 5 minutes killing second those names, I say, I think he is. I think he's.
I know it's a real snake they killed, but
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a black snake.
well, whatever. Fuck snakes.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Phantasmat is confirming that Polo Red Intense is out of production. God damn it. What
Shame.
the hell's wrong with fucking Ralph Lauren? Pieces of shit.
Ralph Laurenatus. I don't know.
They have. Here's the thing, man. And my wife got me Polo Black a couple of years ago. That shit fucking stinks. Like it's like the most.
Alf.
I'm not shitting
dare
you, man.
you.
So, Polo Black almost sounds like smells like somebody's body odor mixed with the fucking some shitty cologne or something. I don't understand it. Polo Red Intense kicked its ass all over the place. They quit making that.
So
Sons of
everybody
bitches.
going on about this.
Dildos.
So Victor Salva sent a figure. That figure that I was talking about.
Copy
He
of
sent-
powder.
He sent a copy of Powder sign.
Mhm.
And he sent what the hell would you call that? Like screen, like original kind of like storyboard. That's what it is. Storyboard art from like the Jeepers Creepers movies.
Yeah, he's wanting you to send him your little dick pic. Yes, come on, I want to see your little Peter.
Buddy, fuck. What the fuck? Come on here, you fucking go. Y'all drugged out. Come on here, talk shit to me. Fuck you, buddy.
Take my ass. I got a package though. Do you want to see a package unwrapping here? I got to protect the tape though. This tape's fucking collectible.
Oh shit! Is that the VS order?
Yeah, that's the what would it be? Black Friday order.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing another sale coming up here in a week and a half or so. No, it's next week. It's the 1st. What day is today? The 30th? No.
Today's the 27th.
28.
Yeah.
Well, now it's
27.
28, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So they're doing a whole week long sale again. I bet you anything they're gonna have fucking 6-string samurai on that sale again.
Are they doing another sale for
Right.
this shit?
It's a week long deal. They're doing different titles.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Rambo some stuff to rip up.
What old Rambo rip up? I missed
Everything. What did he rip up?
Well, it depends. I got a super chat to rip up I just ripped up random ones.
The Keep was one.
The Keep, yeah.
Oh shit, man! How'd you do that for?
Well, I did this, so now
There's nothing left.
He did the whole thing.
Bart's fault. Bart brought it up.
I didn't think you were gonna fucking do it. Like
You
just
said, "Why
Well,
don't
he's
you
done
rip
it
this?"
before, Mark. What do you think?
but it's the Keep.
You said, "Why don't you rip this up?" And I said, "If someone sends a super chat, so someone sent $20, and so I ripped the fucking thing, and that's Bart's fault.
Yeah.
You caused this, Bart.
Blame it on
Hey,
me.
JJ's got a point. Now people are going to go in debt from Super Chat.
Well, that's not a problem though. That's a problem on your all's end, not our end.
Oh shit.
It helps us, baby.
Did I see Congo in there, CK?
Fuck no, you didn't.
I did.
I got a little sticker though. It's got a Congo.
Yes,
That's
nice.
I had that, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I could have used the slipcover.
Oh, I didn't have the slip cover with it. It was the inside.
Oh, you
I never
didn't
got. I didn't
Yeah.
get the slip cover.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I picked it up. Michael Mann, it's Uncle Bill's favorite director.
Yep.
The Keep.
I'll
I
take
think
Carta.
we should all do like a mega review of The Keep together. Like get Garrett on here.
Yeah, I mean, it
Everybody
is one
rewatch
that
it.
everybody's interested
And,
in.
yeah, see, because like a lot of these movies that's left now, like
Yeah.
Garrett's always going on about Fright Night 2 as well. I don't know how. I mean, I guess it would do equally as good as something like this. Maybe. I don't know. But like a lot of the times, do you think these movies are really even that good? Like Fright Night 2, I mean, I vaguely remember it.
No, it's not. I mean, to me, it's a good movie, but I mean, I think the fact that it's not been in print it raises people's like
Yeah.
idea about it or something. Like it becomes bigger than it actually is.
Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, The Christmas Martian. I didn't get this in time.
I'll
to
bet
watch
you
it
bought
for
all
Christmas.
3 of them fuckers, didn't you? Like from
I
the-
had the other ones.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. I bought another one too. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a show at some point on these weird Canadian children's movies of the 70s and 80s because they made a lot of them and they were all very bizarre. But yeah, Christmas Martian is probably the earliest one. I think it's from like 71.
Okay.
And I think this one was crazy cheap is why I got it. Otherwise, I don't remember why the hell I bought it, to be honest. It's a slasher movie, isn't it? You got psycho girls.
Yeah, that was one of the really cheap ones. I almost bought that, but I didn't.
I think it's a slasher movie, didn't they? Or they described it as a slasher movie. With Vinegar Syndrome, you have no idea what it really is until you watch it.
Right.
And this is another weird Canadian kids movie, The Great Land of Small. Which I think I've seen this before, but it's been a while. This one is from the early 80s, I think, or maybe late 80s. It's Canadian, god damn it.
She flying on a rainbow?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not the Canadians are.
This
Okay.
one, Bonnie Tyler does the music in this one. She's Canadian.
Okay.
And Blood Tracks, boss.
I want to get
This
that
is
one.
the,
Yeah. When it goes on, it might be on sale on this next one. I don't know.
No, they don't put any of the recent shit on sale until they've had it for about a year. But this is a 80s slasher movie with heavy metal soundtrack. It's set on like a ski resort or something, I think.
Yeah.
And it just sounds right up my alley. I'd never seen it before either. Never heard of it, really. I think we may have, wasn't the trailer on, we watched the trailer before, I think, on one of those. We did like a slasher.
Yeah.
80s
Yeah, we
slasher
watched
trailer.
it. Like, yeah, the trailer for that. It's got like a really weird setup. These people are like a ski thing, but they're also a band, like metal band of some kind.
Yeah, and the coup de grace here, motherfuckers. And I can't believe it. Rambo didn't get in on this. This is the side roads with the markers, right? So you
Oh
can
my
draw
god.
draw
See,
your own slippity dip.
I feel like that right there is basically just Vinegar Syndrome telling us we're dumbasses. Like, I really do feel like that's them being
Look
like,
here, draw, motherfucker.
But why? Like, why draw your own cover?
because
You know-
they're just because they can. They could just do that, and people fucking like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any. I mean, I'm sure the movie's not very good, but I mean, shit like this is fun. At least it's something stupid. They're kind of making fun of themselves, really, in a way.
they are.
The people buying them.
I was gonna say
Right.
that the customers, yeah.
Well, the people that buy them, but also they offer, and they have done a lot of weird slipcovers over the years. Like, has anyone figured out why there's a big like cum stain on the Congo slipcover?
We were just talking about that earlier. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, really.
This isn't a commentary wet movie. I come in here wondering the same fucking thing.
I guess it's supposed to be some kind of flame, but it doesn't work.
Did you guys see that Brendan recently met Amanda Bynes at a event?
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's something, yeah, that, dude, like, I almost think that one day we'll hear, like, there'll be a killer documentary about her. Like, I actually am rooting for her in a way, because, like, it sounds like she's had a rough few years. And mental health, man, like people can fucking make fun of that all they want to. But mental health is a serious, and Uncle Bill knows this more than anything because he deals with these motherfuckers on a daily basis. Poor son of the bitches.
The way you say that, it's fucking terrible. But go
It's
ahead.
just like anything else, though, man. I mean, eventually, hopefully, she'll get fixed up, and because like at a very young age, she's a crazy, crazy talented girl at one time.
Yeah.
I don't. I can't tell, but it looks like whatever she's got's like some form of psychosis. I don't think she's gonna get better from that. I think that's pretty much a lifelong thing now.
But yeah, from what I heard,
There's
on
no hope, Uncle Bill.
Well, I mean, with some things like you just live with it. There's no like you're gonna be cured and you're gonna like go back to the way things were and be happy. It just doesn't work that way sometimes.
Yeah.
But like you take like some of that Britney Spears, like she's another prime example. Like she's fucking manic as hell a lot of the time, and you can tell that just by her Instagram post. But Amanda Bynes is different. She's got that flat affect, that flat speech, that stuff that goes along with like schizophrenia. So that's what it looks like.
that's schizophrenia.
Well, when you see somebody with genuinely that has like a psychotic disorder, like a lot of times they'll have what they call flat affect and like poverty of speech, which is, have you seen the way she looks? Her face is like a mask almost. Like it's just basically the same look.
And the nose
all the
ring.
time. Yeah.
Got the
And then-
tattoo of the smiley face on there.
Yeah. The way she speaks is very monotone, very like short. And that kind of goes along with it too. And of course, you can have a combination of both. People talking about bipolar. You can have something called schizoaffective disorder, which is a combination of bipolar and schizophrenia.
Wouldn't the meds like balance it out? Obviously, her looks are a different thing.
Well, you
but
can't
like,
get rid of
psychologically-
you can't get rid of the negative symptoms. That's meds only work on the positive symptoms like hallucinations and well, not delusions, just like visual and auditory hallucinations. Like they can help with that, but like you don't get rid of the negative. Like the
Randy Orton's taking some meds now. He's calmed down a little bit, right?
yeah, he don't hear the
What they call that shit that he had back today? They made it up, I think, didn't they? That disorder that he had.
oh, they call it, was it intermittent rage disorder or something? They said he had
Something like that. Yeah,
that's an actual disorder. Yeah,
He's been diagnosed. I thought it was like intermittent explosive disorder.
Yeah.
And the
that is
doctor
a-
fucking come out there in the ring and explained it and shit. That's what he's got. He can't control it. Those voices in his head, they're telling him things.
Vince I feel like he just stumbled upon shit in the news and then like just he probably saw that in the news headline of like that's what we'll do.
Intermittent explosive disorder. Yeah. Could be good. So y'all getting ready to start Adventures of Ford Fairlane? I'll
Yeah.
get out of here
Hold
then.
You're gonna be out here in a minute anyway. All the shit like you gonna fucking pass out.
Motherfucker, I had it set up right for you, cocksucker. Oh,
Hey, can you do
I
me a
thought we was
favor?
doing a commentary.
Can you do me a favor and switch it back to the way that it was? I appreciate that.
Could you do me a favor and do backflipping your own shit and shut your mouth?
I guess I could.
You can suck the corn kernels out of my ass crack. How about that?
God damn. Please don't start making them fucking noises.
We got 150.
Thanks for subscribing right in the middle of that.
Yeah, man. That's something worth subscribing to. Don't you think, though, the internet is just very fucking pussyfied now, though? Jesus Christ.
That's the way everything is now.
Oh, I appreciate your positivity. I'm keeping it positive.
Oh God, the Joker is here.
There's a lot of morons out there.
Well, the problem is like there's a whole bunch of people that really believe that too, that you have to be positive all the time, and like
Well, they're stupid.
that's the only way you can do anything on the internet.
Bunch of goddamn assholes says that. They're full of shit. Oh, I love everything. This shit's good. It's like that Chris Stuckman motherfucker. He's only going to review shit if he likes it. What a pussy. What the hell? Why would you even watch one of his reviews then? I mean, he's reviewing something. Oh, he likes it then. It's going to be good.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the point of even watching these fucking reviews?
That's the thing. A lot of these people, they get in the industry and now he's making movies and stuff, making horror movies, and they just don't want to get Hollywood mad at him. He wants to be in the parties, wants to be in the premieres, he wants to have a career as a filmmaker, whatever the fuck that means.
Fucking guy.
I don't think that's gonna happen, if I'm being honest.
I think most people realize that.
People like I did a video on whenever all that happened. He said he wasn't going to review anything negative anymore. People's like, "Oh, you're just jealous and shit. You're just a..." When they don't really, I have no fucking clue who that guy is at all.
Mm.
I mean, I know he's popular and everything, but I have no clue who he is.
So I've been purposely trying to avoid talking about 2024 stuff until we do that show, but I don't think it'll hurt to bring this up real quick. I'm going to share my screen here real quick.
Just don't blow up your computer.
I think I can do this okay. Hold on, let me make this expanded.
Dude, this is like all genres though. So
Yeah, this is not horror. This is what I'm saying. All right, so
Yeah, everyone is a sequel.
these are the biggest movies from this year. How many of these have you guys seen, first of all?
one for me, I think.
4.
Yeah, 4.
I've seen 1, 2, 3. I've seen 3. All right, what were y'all's thoughts about these movies that you've seen then?
Twisters was bullshit.
I agree. It's one of the ones I've seen.
Godzilla X Con. The fucking title was shit, let alone the movie.
Mm.
Might as well banged. The Wicked, I didn't see, but it's like a 2.5 hour, some green bitch scenes a lot. Beetlejuice.
Oh god.
We don't even
like
need,
it.
we could just skip that.
I sure as fuck didn't, but people like the movie.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. It was what I thought it would be. Beetlejuice. It made money. It was a success. That's what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that I saw that movie somehow, sadly, like 2 or 3 times because like the kids wanted to go see it and they wanted to it was just a whole thing. So I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that movie sucks. Like upon multiple viewings, it still sucks.
I mean, I don't know how you would do a second Beetlejuice movie to even make it good, though, either. Like, it didn't need a sequel.
Right, yeah.
No.
But, of course, Warner Brothers, same assholes that did that fucking piece of shit Ghostbuster. God damn. I'll never... Let me tell you something. That was the like, I was confused the entire fucking movie because I think it was Garrett. I'm talking about the first one. I'm not watching that second. Somebody's going to pay. I'm going to make some sort of money if I have to watch that second one.
That's a good idea.
But the first one, I was like thinking, oh, this has got to be good. Everybody was bragging it up and everything. Garrett was putting it over hardcore. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, well, what in the fuck? When's this going? And then towards the end, too, when you get that old shitty fucking PlayStation 2.
Egon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harold
Oh,
Ramis.
Jesus Christ. What a disgrace. Harold Ramis's family, if they took money for that, I hope the real ghost of fucking Harold Ramis haunts them for the rest of their fucking life. That's a shame.
I think they did make some money off that, actually.
What a disgrace. Fucking his family's a bunch of assholes do that.
We're not being very positive. Like,
Harold Ramis would not approve of that. I can guarantee you. I know him personally.
Well, let me ask you. Let's say you're dead, and then
this is getting
Like-
good.
someone does like a reboot of DEADPIT. They use you like AI versions of you to keep the show going.
That'd be killers.
Would you be like offended and stuff, or
No, I think that'd be great if somebody did an AI version of us.
Well, the AI, man, it's a slippery slope with AI
yeah?
because you're going to have like AI rights for, let's say, John Lennon's voice, right?
Mhm.
And then you'll have like there's already hologram versions of fucking Tupac that they've done, and
Mhm.
I mean, where does it stop? Like, you're going to have all this shit is from a computer eventually. Like, you'll have, I don't know, DO versions of Ozzy's solo stuff or whatever. Like, where does it stop? Like, it's fucking sad, really.
I think I'll get to the point where there's going to be a group of people that are so tired of Hollywood movies that they'll be like, "Oh, this is the movie Bruce Lee never got to make," and so then you have like a full AI movie starring Bruce Lee or James Dean or the movies they never got to make, and here you go. Now you can control whatever. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know when, obviously in the future, but I can see that happening.
Well, they did it with Paul Walker, right? They already did it with him for a brief scene at one of those
Yeah,
47 Fast and the Furious movies. I don't remember which one.
the seventh,
Yeah.
part 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just look at that list and I'm like, that is truly one of the most pathetic things.
Well, look at all of that is based on something already, right? It's all
Mhm.
franchise.
Yeah, it's all like
Mhm.
some sort of IP of some kind. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wicked is Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making that was Moana too, but they're making a live action Moana as well.
Yep.
Oh God.
Please tell me they're not actually.
They are. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Rock is actually returning and everything. He's actually,
Of course he is.
yeah, they're giving him like, I don't know, a fat suit or whatever. And
Killer. He'll be like fucking Eddie Murphy in the Nutty Professor movies.
I mean, I
Yeah.
remember when one of the first times you guys let me on here was an Alien commentary, and you looked up the top 10, and it was like, oh, we got Apocalypse Now, and The Jerk, and Meatballs, and Superman, Amityville Horror. Like, so many different things that the first Alien.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at like, here's something fun to do because we did this when we were doing our thing, but our series of shows. But like, let's just take like this for example.
top
Sure.
grossing films of '85 or something. Let's look at the list of Hindi films
So-
from '85.
Here's the list for 1985. Can you spot the difference? Like, there are, I'm sorry, 2 sequels in this list. And every one of those movies, with the
Wow.
exception of maybe one, are fucking classics.
I never knew that like Cocoon outdrew the Goonies. I would have never guessed that. That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Cocoon, but I didn't think it was that big of a success.
Yeah, you never see a film like Witness in a top 10 today, or Jewel of the Night. Well, yeah, that's another sequel.
Yeah, Alpha brings up a good point too. Look at the variety of the studios too. Yeah, Paramount, Warner Brothers, 20th Century Fox, Universal, MGM, TriStar.
A lot of them bought out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's sad.
And even the sequels listed are actually at least entertaining. None of the ones that were
Yeah, the sequels were
24
great,
were good.
in my opinion, even the ones in there. But like, that just wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even like number 1 was an original idea, Back to the Future. Boom, an original idea, original direction. So was Witness. So was The Goonies. So Spies Like Us. You always mention they don't do comedies unless Happy Gilmore 2.
Carter says, wait a minute. Carter says, if y'all supported unrated horror like Adam Green's Hatchet, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Is our bad?
That's such a killer comment. So I think another really good example of this shit too is like, let's see.
Well, 1982, there was a documentary
That's what I was going to say.
about the films in 82, so it was
Oh,
a stacked year.
So look at this list.
Toothy baby.
I didn't realize 48 Hours was on that fucking list.
Well, you hate number 1 though.
I do hate number 1, yeah, but
He just cried when he saw it initially.
the
It
weird thing
scarred
about
him.
it is the movies that were the top movies aren't even the good movies of that year.
It's weird that the best little whorehouse in Texas was in the top 10. That's odd.
Yeah. Well, fucking Porky's is like number 5.
Right. An officer and a gentleman.
So, I mean, you could go down this list.
I saw
and,
Madman up there. It came out in January that year.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got like, I just talked about The Beast Within. Swamp Thing, Death Wish 2.
Evil Speak.
Oh God, Parasite.
Cat People Bulls. Silent Rage, Basket Case. Sword and the Sorcerer. Diner, I don't even know that much. Conan the Barbarian.
Annie.
Annie, of course. Rocky 3. Poltergeist. E.T. started. Those movies all came out the same month.
Same day?
Like,
Some of
look at
them.
this. Poltergeist, Star Trek 2, E.T. and Grease 2, of course.
Fucking
course,
these
yeah.
two.
Firefox.
That's crazy, man. Blade Runner, The Thing.
The Thing. Why would they release The Thing and that was like in the summer, right?
Yeah. Good question.
That's fucking stupid, man. Release that shit in the wintertime.
I just love looking back at this stuff, though, and the difference between like the way films used to be. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Friday 13 Part 3, Officer and Gentleman. Those all came out in the same day.
The Beastmaster.
It's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you look up like not just 80s, if you look up like 1999.
Let's
Yeah, it's
party
not
like
just-
it's 1999 and see what happens.
Sure, let's do it.
I'm curious because I remember.
Man,
It'd be
I think it was strong in the late 90s as well. I think that like
Yeah.
the movies even then were a gigantic improvement over what we have.
Matrix, American Beauty, stuff like that. But I know
Yeah.
that would pop up.
I think The Mummy was big. That was 99, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Bulls, what the fuck? From the U.S., some bitch. Here we go.
What about Australia? Yeah.
Is this box office by month?
No, it's number 1 films.
No, you looked at like by week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't need to know like by week. Hold on.
Wikipedia is very detailed.
So on Sunday, is it just horror films you're talking about 2024? Or all
I
films
mean,
different.
I'd say it'll probably be mostly horror because honestly, I haven't watched a whole lot of other shit
Right.
other than
No.
horror films this year.
I mean,
Oh,
if somebody asks
first
about
movie
something
on
and we've
there.
seen it, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I don't go out of my way to see most modern movies. To be honest with you,
The Blair Witch Project.
Sixth Sense,
Mm-hmm.
Matrix,
Daddy.
Big Daddy, Blair Witch Project. Yeah.
Even that has variety. Horror, cartoon, comedy,
Action. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and Darth Maul.
God, I hate that movie.
It's better than Disney's shit. I'll give you that.
Varsity Blues.
Yeah, I mean, you could go down through and I'll bet there'd be a ton of good movies.
She's all
Payback.
that. She's all that. Freddie Prinze Jr., man.
Which they did a sequel to that called He's
Officer.
All That.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Y'all remember The Other Sister? It's probably best if you don't.
Oh, is that one where, oh, yeah, I can't even say.
You're not allowed to say that at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep getting Junior both playing. That was another one.
Radio.
Radio. What year was that?
That had
Now,
to be
that's a
around that
watch
time.
along.
Oh,
That's a
God,
watch along.
Please no.
No, that's
Radio.
that's a,
2000,
that's a,
2003.
that's a channel
2003.
strike
2003.
waiting to happen.
That is. Oh, Lock, Stock,
2003. Yeah.
Smoking Barrels is great. There's the Rage, Gary, too.
Poor Juliette Lewis. She looks pretty good if it wasn't for that 7 head that she's got.
What in the hell? Never Been Kissed. It's weird they were making a lot of like romantic comedies around this time. It looks like.
I Am Samson. Another one.
No,
where
it
he was I Am
No, it
Samson. There was a major fascination with special people in movies in the late 90s and early 2000s. If I can keep getting Junior, boss.
I'll never get that. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, gosh.
Now, here's a fun thing to do. Let's look at the films from last year and just kind of scroll through the list.
What was the top 10?
Oh yeah. Barbie, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Oppenheimer, The Little Mermaid. God, I didn't know The Little Mermaid was on there.
Yeah.
Wonka, Ant-Man and the Wasp, John Wick 4. God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's another banner year right there. At least there's like, what, 2 movies there that weren't based on anything?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man and Shit Man. That's the one coming out next year.
The House
Fuck.
Party remake.
Oh God, forgot that shit even happened.
I still didn't see that.
Oh God. Teen Wolf the movie.
Jesus.
Knock at the Cabin. 80. God
80
damn.
for Brady, yeah.
Wow, Zen and Pictures is still around.
Apparently. Cocaine Bear. Linoleum. That's one of my favorites.
What the hell?
Linoleum.
Creed 3.
There was another Children of the
Scream
Corn movie
Stick.
that came out.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all remember that one?
It's
Oh
the
my
third
God.
movie just simply called Children of the Corn.
Fuck.
Can you guys explain the Children of the Corn? Like
I don't
me and
think
Uncle Bill were trying to
anybody
figure it
can.
out. Yeah.
It needs to fucking die.
Oh, anyway. Jesus.
It never really lived though. Like other than they actually exist. But are they making money from these movies? Like why?
I have no idea.
Do
I mean,
people-
they don't even attach Stephen King's name to it anymore. That was like the big draw initially.
Oh, no. He's a fucking fruitcake nowadays. But
Well, I don't know if he was. Yeah.
do people overseas like Children of the Corn? I don't know. Are they big overseas?
I can't imagine that they would be.
Yeah.
But it's like there's been a couple series like that where they made so many of them that it defies kind of explanation. Like, I mean, to be honest, Hellraiser's another one, and so is like Leprechaun and movies like that. Like, why the fuck they make? I mean, they made how many different kind of like reboots of Leprechaun? At least 2.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. The
Mystery
title,
continues.
yeah, the title is more popular than any of the movies.
Why?
Does-
I don't think so.
Did it say on there what was coming
Here's a
out? Oh, go
Tax
ahead.
write-offs or something.
Yeah, it's like they have that title and they're like, whoever owns that, they're like, this is gonna fucking make money. We're just gonna keep putting it out. It's gonna make money at some point, but it never does.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can kind of explain maybe some of the early sequels, like in the mid to late 90s, like they were making them for crazy cheap. If y'all ever had the honor of watching any of them fucking pieces of shit,
Oh, I've seen a couple, yeah.
you can tell like they made these in probably like a weekend or something, or no more than a week. And you know, they probably did okay selling VHS tapes and rentals and stuff like that. But nowadays, like, I don't understand like how they would make. Are there that many people that would rent it on like Amazon or something, or what?
I don't know.
Well, it seems like horror, out of any genre, people are willing to just watch anything when they're bored. It's out. We haven't seen it. We're bored. We'll just watch it and see what happens.
Yeah.
If it's bad, we'll make fun of it. If it's good, we'll rave about it. And
Yeah, I mean,
first couple of the Weinsteins. Didn't the Weinsteins have become?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Just
I think-
mention films. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some of them, like Fields of Terror and shit, I think I remember that being like a Dimension movie or something.
But like, if you look at it, that is kind of true because like I actually sat through Festival of the Living Dead.
And
You
what
know,
made you
and
watch that?
Well, there was two things that made me watch it. Number one, it was the Soska sisters, and like anything they do, I fucking love to like watch because it's gonna be awful.
It's an automatic draw for you.
Yeah, it's. And then the second thing was it was like just on Tubi. I just
That's
happened to be like,
Jen and Sylvia Bulls.
you know, it's bad if it's a fucking Tubi original. Let's just put it that way.
Well, there you go. Do you think people back to the day would rent Childercorn 4 because they knew it would be horrible like you did?
No, I don't
Watching
think
this?
so. I think that they were probably like at that time generally like would rent it just to think like just to see, you know, if it was any good. But nowadays, like there's a whole thing about like watching stuff that you know is going to be horribly bad.
I'm surprised the Soska sisters don't have an OnlyFans. They would probably do pretty well on it.
Yet.
I can't.
Probably, yeah.
There's something hilarious about them to me for some reason because they're always on there hawking their movies and like none of their movies are any good.
We did See No Evil 2. That was their big mainstream movie.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about the what was it, the Rabid remake?
Yeah,
Did you guys
that's
see
another
that?
one that sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I unfortunately saw it.
You guys know that you remember Lacey Evans in WWE? She's got an
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. She's pretty much doing like porn with her husband on there, I think. That's very odd. You would, I don't know.
What's that other chick that left? And she said she was doing way bigger numbers on OnlyFans than she ever did in WWE.
Mandy Rose.
Yes.
I would say, yeah.
I don't think she's doing like the porn stuff though. She's pretty much just doing like, you know, Playboy style stuff. There's different stuff on OnlyFans, but yeah, I think for her it was like pretty much, you know, tastefully done, baby. Classy,
Class.
not trashy.
Classy stuff on OnlyFans.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's probably how she reeled everybody in because people just assume like, oh, she's doing hardcore shit on there. But
Let me tell you something, baby. Amanda Rose is doing some classy stuff on OnlyFans. She ain't sucking on nobody's tangy pickle, baby. Let me tell you. Yeah, like that devil at Jezebel. Lazy Evans on there sucking on them tangy pickles.
Tangy Pickles. What the fuck?
Dude,
oh god,
I wrote that down. And I was like, that's a perfect Dustism, baby, because they've got these Doritos out now, baby. It's tangy pickle Doritos. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, shit, tangy pickle.
Oh God.
Tangy Pickle Doritos. No shit. That's what they're called. Tangy
Oh.
Pickle.
Jesus.
Fucking gross.
Lord. Oh,
Our OnlyFans is DEADPIT on Patreon.com. You go over there and become a member.
this comment just out of nowhere. Favorite Ernest movie?
Well, why not?
Yeah. Fucking killer.
Mine's Ernest Goes to Camp would be my favorite one, I think.
Scared Stupid, maybe?
I like Goes to Jail.
It's a good one, too. Like that one.
Steered Stupid.
I think after Scared Stupid, though, is like his career went. Like, I don't know what happened.
Was the one after that Goes to Africa?
Yeah, like it was the big budget ones ended after Scared Stupid, I think. And they were all like direct to video after that.
Yeah, it was Ernest Rise Again, and then Ernest Goes to School, and then went further than that. Slam Dunk Ernest.
Slam Dunk Ernest, yeah. I kind of like that one for some reason. It's stupid and really cheap, but it's enjoyable. Miguel Nunez Jr.'s in that too.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Just like Phantasma's favorite, Zach Gallagher.
Zach Gallagher's one of those guys if you meet at convention, he just looks at you like you're stupid.
Did
That's
we
what I've
ever,
heard.
did we ever go up to him? I don't think we have.
I don't think like I ever got his autograph at a show, but it seems like we did like, or I talked to him or something. Yeah, but he just has like, he has that vibe about like a very arrogant type of vibe is what he throws at people.
I wonder why. Like out of all the people that have that vibe,
He
Zach
wasn't
Gallagher.
like, I don't think he was an asshole when we interviewed him or anything. It wasn't a good interview really.
No,
But
I remember that. Yeah.
he was fine when we interviewed him, if I recall, but it just wasn't that good of an interview.
What, he just gave like boring answers, or?
Yeah, it was real quick answers, and yeah, he wasn't really into it, I don't think.
That's the kind of vibe you get from it. I mean, you guys are definitely putting in the work and you're trying, but like from what I remember, he seemed like he wanted to be somewhere else or something.
No one remembers who the fuck you are. Is that like they're asking about Hatchet 3, dude? Just, you should be happy when people want to talk
Right.
to you.
It's pretty much Gremlins, right? That would have to be like the only big.
Yep.
I mean, he was in other stuff, but I don't think like anybody else really remembers that stuff.
Probably Gremlins and maybe Waxwork, at least for
Yeah.
the horror community.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to bet like on his table, it was pretty much all Gremlin shit.
Right. Was he eating Domino's?
That's his brand.
I was trying to think like before Hatchet 3, what was that guy going in besides Waxwork and Gremlins?
A Warlock sequel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Warlock 2, maybe.
You can look up his full screen it there. Look up his IMDb filmography.
He did. I know he did another one with Corey Feldman.
Fuck.
Man, he hasn't done much. No.
No, he did that one that was kind of lost with Bill Murray, that black and white movie. I forget what it was called.
God,
Oh my-
damn
He
smoke
did a
in
great
there.
job in Gremlins, though. I'll give
Hold
him
on.
credit.
Wet Movie. You gotta talk to him. I'll be very disappointed if you don't get a
What?
video with him. You gotta interview him. It'd be
That's
great.
crazy.
I don't.
Well,
think
if
that'll
it's that
happen.
same, I bet it's that same show that brought in fucking Kevin Spacey
Oh yeah. Right.
because like that caused a whole bunch of controversy when that happened too.
Mhm.
And he did arrive, right? Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, there's pictures of him. It's such a weird fucking looking picture, man. People standing around with like the box and stuff
Mhm.
from Seven.
I'm surprised.
Well, the whole thing with Kevin Spacey, though, he didn't get convicted or anything, right?
No, I
No.
don't think
Kind of like OJ. He didn't, but he
What-
kind of.
He didn't even go on trial though, did he? Like I'm trying to figure out.
I don't
'cause
know a lot about the lore of.
See,
Yeah,
here's the
it's
thing:
basically
if you did it, that's one thing. But I also think a lot of the times people can just fucking like make shit up or try to extort people for money
Mm-hmm.
and ruin somebody's fucking career that way.
Well, they
Especially
definitely
if
ruined his ass.
a few years ago. I mean, that was happening hardcore.
What the fuck? This is killer. All right, Zach Galligan's actually been in quite a bit of stuff. Let's take a look at it. But like, it's been
A lot of
you'll
Hallmark movies.
see. You'll see.
Okay. Sad Gallery retrospective. Who'd have
Alright,
thunk it?
Hold on one second.
That's what you come here for.
That's what you came for you.
Nothing lasts forever.
So,
Yep, that's the one with like Bill Murray, the one that was lost for a bit.
Gremlins, you got an 84. Then Nothing Less Forever. Surviving, which is a TV movie. Crossings, which is a miniseries. American Playhouse, miniseries. Waxwork in 88. Rising Storm in
I wonder if
89.
anybody got their sign Rising Storm.
What about
Yeah,
Mortal
James.
Passions? He was Todd in that. Todd.
He went. Thank God they were doing a Gremlins sequel though. It saved him from
Yeah.
Mortal Passions too.
Then he was in the Hitchhiker series, Zandali, the Psychic, probably not the good version of the Psychic. Waxwork 2, Hellraiser 3. This is what's killer. He was the boiler room patron getting stabbed with a pool stick. Uncredited in Hellraiser 3.
Bring you Hellraiser 3 poster.
That'd be killer.
Make him sign like he was the boiler room patron getting stabbed with a pool stick under it.
There's the film he did with Corey Feldman, Round Trip to Heaven.
Where's that? Oh, right here.
Yeah, that's the one he did with Corey Feldman.
Oh man, Warlock the Armageddon. There's that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Ice.
Cyborg 3 the
Forgot about
Recycler.
that.
What the fuck?
I forgot about that.
Is that really what it's called?
Yes.
Cyborg 3 the Recycler.
Yes.
Is there a
Is it-
trailer for Cyborg 3?
Yes.
Let's see.
Because there's
We'll probably
Cyborg.
get a copyright strike though for watching it.
I'm sure like that's probably.
You want me to play this?
I mean, it's up to you. I don't think you'll get. That's just a clip though.
Yeah. I know there's one on YouTube. I know there
Smokey
is.
Bear is with us all.
Yeah. This guy tells it all.
He's running as fast as he can, but he's still moving slow.
I think they got the whole movie up there. There we go.
No, not the
No.
sequel. No.
It's
No,
course,
I don't
Roddy
wanna
Piper
contribute.
didn't-
Fuck you.
Roddy Piper didn't come back in it, but oh God, who was it?
Oh, was it
Robert-
Robert Zadar?
Robert Zadar, yeah. They couldn't
Yeah.
find. I don't know how they thought those guys looked alike, but no.
It's bad candy.
Oh God, Hatchet 3 was probably
Who's-
the last thing.
Sheriff Fowler, Bulls.
Is that called Jack Falls? Jesus.
Sure. The Pack.
These all sound wonderful.
Put your poster of the show me ads. Little kids.
Give this poor
Like,
fucking child a new
ridiculous.
smile. Look how ugly she looks in this picture. You can fix it.
Anyway, somebody said Zach Galligan definitely looks like a Todd. He really does.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd Galligan is what he should be called.
Anyway, I ain't got nothing else.
I gotta go to
2 hours and
bed.
30 minutes into this. This has been a lot of fun though. We really fucking ran the gauntlet on shit that you could talk about.
But let me tell you, motherfuckers, what you need to do before we get out of here. And I'm going to
Oh,
say
here
this
we go.
now so you listen clearly. 130 fucking people are in here. I'm seeing it right now. We had up to like 160 some at one time while I was in here.
Yeah.
I want you all to go to the Dead Pit channel, like that one, go over to Rambo Raft for Life, like that one, go to Stuntman Mark. I think we're broadcasting on your channel too, aren't we, Mark?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that fucking shit and subscribe to everybody's shit. I'm sick of this. We got 600 and some people watching one of them damn videos and had 80 likes. God damn it. What the fuck? You can click it in half of a second.
Mm-hmm.
Sons of bitches.
So you guys got like a show on Sunday and then one on Wednesday, I believe. The Sunday, the 2024, then Wednesday, the Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, Sunday we're doing the best of, like, it's really like a year, like almost like anniversary show too. So this is the 19-year anniversary show, and talking about the films of 2024, and then Vinegar Syndrome show on New Year's Day at noon, around noonish, I think.
It says 10:30 a.m.
Yeah, we always try to get on there a little bit early. So,
Okay.
but the sale drops at noon 01.
Yeah, great commentary. Yeah, it was. You're right.
Love the commentary tonight. Anyway, yeah. So we got the show on Sunday, which should be killer. That's basically just our like year-end review show, and then those Vinegar Syndrome shows always do amazing. Rambo, what do you got going on?
Just a lot more for film requests. Smile 2. I watched. I hated.
Oh God, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never got through it. I tried to watch it. I never
could get through the first one, so I don't know if I'm going to even attempt the second one.
It's the same movie. After the beginning, it's the same movie. Just
Mm-hmm.
a pop star is doing the same thing. And then stuff like Gladiator 2, which I saw, which is the same movie as the first, only Denzel's in it, and it has a happy ending. It's the same movie.
Man, I hope somebody paid you good money for that, because like that's got Jericho heat with me, man. That's something that I would never ever watch.
Is that just Gladiator or Ridley Scott movies in general?
Well, that's Gladiator 2 especially.
Okay.
Is Ridley Scott doing Gladiator 2? Is it somebody else?
It really did it.
Oh God damn it!
The thing I heard someone told me is that person I worked with him on both, when he worked on the first one, he wanted to get the details right. But apparently on this one, it was like, we'll just do it in post. So he didn't care.
He's fucking farting cobwebs and shit. How old is he at this point? He's got to be in his 80s, right?
I think so. He's got to be
87.
Mm-hmm.
87.
God,
he's catching up to Clint.
Yeah.
Why are you directing when you're 87? Just relax.
Especially him. Look at all the hits and stuff why? Like, I'd be fucking laying on a beach somewhere just enjoying the rest of the time that you have.
He's probably one of those Vince McMahon type characters that can't just like stop. Like he has to be doing some shit and never retire.
No.
No.
I wish he did.
Yeah, I wish he retired about 10, 15 years ago, really.
So a lot of that stuff be coming up. How about you, Mark?
I don't know what I'm going to be doing a video on next. Maybe one of the ones that I just got in.
You should do a room tour video. I think that'd do good for you.
Yeah, I thought about that. So I think that was Matt, not Rambo, but Fantas Matt brought that up, I think. I thought about it, and then I was like, I don't really have the way I'd want to do it. I don't really have a whole lot of help, like somebody to like hold it, because I'd want to get very specific about all the stuff. And then I'd have two different areas to do a video on. So I definitely need help. So I don't know. And I don't trust anybody else with the camera but me. So I wanted to look at
selfie stick. Get you a selfie stick.
I guess I could. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I will one day.
This comment. I'm not retiring, but it's because I'm poor.
Right. That's how it is for everybody.
Yeah.
Except the old motherfuckers that, goddamn, he should have been able to retire 40 years ago, probably. Jeez.
Very much, yeah.
Well, bulls. All right, then. Check out Rambo over at Rambo Ref and check out Mark over at Stuntman Mark and check us out.
We got to do the Birdemic commentary. Y'all want to do it tonight?
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Yeah, sure.
Carter requested it for December. December's almost over with.
Birdemic. He let you off the hook with Neil Breen. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I was curious about. I know exactly what Birdemic is, but I was curious about the Neil Breen shit. So I don't know.
You missed out, man.
Anyway, thanks everybody tonight for coming, and to all the people that were talking about debt and whatnot. And Rambo, thanks for ripping up all of your slipcovers. We appreciate that as usual.
Thanks for Mark for the idea.
No, we got to put an end to that kind of shit. Getting sick of
Mark, you brought it up, Mark. It's your fault.
That was the chat bringing it up.
You told me to do it, and then they gave me money to do it.
I didn't tell you to do shit.
I did.
I started paying for it. I'm going to start banning people now.
Rambo's made about $150, $200, not just ripping shit up. It ain't worth nothing. All right, boys. So just keep in mind, everybody dies, but Friday night lives. Bye.
I want all these people to click everything they're supposed to click.
You haven't been liking them, you haven't been subscribing to them, you haven't clicked the bell or notification or anything like that.
Folks, why don't you click the like button?
Do you hate us? Do you not want to see us succeed?
Why don't you click the heart button?
Is this something that you have against our particular show?
Why don't you subscribe?
You should click on one of them buttons right now if you want us to continue to bring greatness into your life.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit Radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're going to love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. You know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
Here's what other fucking Patreons do. They're like, hey, give us money and then we'll let you see a video early that we're going to release like a fucking week from now, and then that's all we're going to give you. Meanwhile, we have a literal jukebox full of songs, thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram. Help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So Dead Pit on Patreon.